Welcome to the continuing story of the Lost Mines of Phandelver. Heroes are back in Phandalin, getting ready to take off, and with Uthgrim, who knows the area, find Cragmaw Castle, hopefully find the dwarf Gundren, and find out what the hell all of this bullshit is all over. By either extracting the information from the dwarf, I imagine,
Killing him.
or having him hopefully not have to have the information extracted from him. Because our heroes have near died, what? 8 times?
5-ish times.
Not only did they almost die numerous times, but they were also shanked while they slept.
Yeah, my Dragonborn's got a pretty keen mind to just kill the dwarf, no matter what.
What's your alignment?
Chaotic good.
And why would you kill a possibly innocent person for no reason?
He is not innocent. He's nearly hit me and my people.
How do you know he did it? You're assuming blame without justification.
I'm a moody dragon.
That's not chaotic good.
No, it's chaotic neutral.
No, that's more in line with lawful evil.
Semantics.
Alignments. Can you reach up and turn the light on?
No. I'm not stretching over the table, over the mat, over the dice, over the chair to get the light that's directly above you.
Yes, I'm buried behind everything else.
You're gonna make me do it, aren't you?
Yep.
Then I demand experience for it.
There. Experience has been written down for you. You probably didn't have to stand up like that.
What do you mean?
What's wrong?
My back is seized. I told you that.
There's 33 hit points. Hey, Brissa. Brissa. Hey. Hey, Brissa. Hey, Brissa. Hey. Hey, Brissa. Hey. Hey, Derpy Derp. Come here. Up, up. Come here. Up, 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 up. Up here.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Brissa, get it.
Get the piece of paper.
What you give it to me for? Here.
I don't think she likes balled up paper. Did we finally find something she doesn't want to chew and eat?
No, she wants it. She's defending it. She caught it.
Did she?
Yes. I wonder if she'd do it again. Probably not, because she sucks at catching things in her mouth. She's like that dog that finally caught something. Ready to watch?
Yeah.
Ready to watch? Because she might do it again.
She caught it.
I know.
That's not normal for her.
Normally she just closes her eyes, opens her mouth, and prays for the best. You're weird. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I know. You're welcome. I know. I love you too. She might bark. She hears the school bus or something.
Nathan Brown. I have no idea who that is.
I know a Jeremy Brown And Nathan Ryan.
Yeah, he's going to be down at Netrunner tonight. I guess he's one of the old Netrunners that is getting back into it. More Netrunners, the better. Because Netrunner is an awesome card game. But,
says the man who has a tiefling called Tybalt.
I didn't think I'd actually like 5th edition. I'm so glad to have opening moves. False Echo is an awesome card.
She was chewing on us. Let him move.
Hostage is good to have. Be really good in the Theophilius Bagbiter deck.
Get us.
Hostage gives you connection tutors.
Okay, we're not playing Netrunner. We're playing D&D.
I love Netrunner.
We're playing D&D.
I love Netrunner. All right, D&D. So the next morning, you guys are basically getting up as early as you can to take off for Cragmaw Castle, or I don't know why they call it castle. Technically, looking at it, it's more in line with a keep, based on its size.
Because whoever the hell did this module and named it obviously does not remember the name of their own fucking town.
I still don't understand why they call it Phandelver. The only thing I can think of is there's a cave called Wave Echo Cavern, and you're going to be delving through the cave, and you're delving
What's
into
the province name?
Faerun is the name of the country.
The province.
Province? You are in the... You're near the Sword Mountains. You're on the Sword Coast.
So it's not like we're in a province named Fan.
No. I don't understand why it's called Phandelver. Phandalin, Lost Mines of Phandalin makes sense. But not Phandelver. That just makes no sense to me. Either way, the next day when you go to take off, your character goes outside to a nice, cloudy, dreary, overcast, kind of windy day.
Why is it every time we fucking travel it rains?
Jason just looks at you. No idea. Puts the hood up. Can you take a look though and find out if it's going to rain? Nature roll. Nature roll, nature roll, nature roll. Nature roll, nature roll, nature roll, nature roll. Nature roll.
Can you move my pup over towards me? Thank you. Joe.
No, I didn't want to put it down and have the top not be on because remember you've been doing that lately? And I didn't want to have it spill all over your phone, the headphones, your notes.
Okay, the headphones I'd be a little upset over. The notes I'd be super upset over. The phone is waterproof.
Still, better safe than sorry, and having you lose.
Natural 20.
Awesome. Not only is it going to be a severe rainy day, the winds, from what you can gather, are going to pick up and be exceptionally high. Long-range archery is going to be out of the question. And it's probably going to be a severe, severe thunderstorm. Anything other than close-range archery is going to be out of the question.
Unless you have some sort of magical bow.
Unless you have some type of magical means of ensuring that the arrow flies true. And the winds you're gathering are going to be anywhere between 40 miles an hour and 60 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Based on what the sky tells you, what the air smells like, and how windy it already is. And what yesterday's and the last couple of days' weather patterns have been, today is going to be really, really dangerous for travel.
Okay, Jason. We're borderlining hurricane.
And that gives us an advantage.
I don't want to take the horses in this.
And we'll go on foot. You see Tybalt come downstairs. He's got his scale mail armor on, shield on his back.
Are those my...
Not all of them, but I put a couple of your scales on my scale mail armor.
Where did you get my scales?
You shed.
Not that quickly. You bought that from the armor smith, didn't you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
The one that I sold my scales to.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Those are my scales.
And I now have awesome scale mail armor. a nice sturdy shield, and take a look. He brings the shield forward. It has a half moon nook cut out of it. Even got a spot to put my spear as he drops his spear into the nook.
It looks like you're trying to freaking kill me.
I never thought of it that way. Puts the shield back over his shoulder. It's gonna rain again today, isn't it?
It's gonna hurricane.
Puts the hood up. Want me to go get the horses?
No, I don't want to take them out in this. If it gets too wet, they can easily break a hoof, like a leg, twist something, become lame, get stuck.
So we're going on foot then?
Yeah. It'll be less cold as well.
You see Uthgrim comes downstairs. He's ready to travel, so he doesn't have anything on him. Water skin, small backpack of supplies, shield, weapons. That's it. He only has the one battle axe that you guys found. Apparently he's left his other battle axe in his room because he only has one proper sheath for it. So he doesn't want to use the one proper sheath for a normal everyday battle axe.
Guys, why don't we stick all the stuff we're not taking with us in one room?
I already did that.
You already did that?
Why do you think I'm not down here first? It's all in your room.
Okay, where's my key? We're back. I was going to make sure we don't owe the innkeeper any more money.
And you head back over. The innkeeper's not awake yet. Still first thing in the morning.
Going to go back looking at Sildar.
Sildar's just getting the last little remnants of his stuff on. He's a little bit slower for him to get ready considering he only has one limb.
Need me to do your belt again?
Built and secure my ring mail.
Lash.
Your character's going to help him get the rest of his armor on.
Don't
Straps
get
the
used
shield
to this.
down.
I'm not your handmaiden.
You know, I could squire you. I'd be okay with that.
Means I have to see you naked. Fuck no.
Thank you for the help, Kieran.
How's your prosthetic working?
I have a shield for protection, and it can take a hit. Draws the sword. Clang, clang.
From a distance? With all the gauntlet, the armor, the greaves, and your clothing? You can't tell.
At least this will allow me to scoop things off the ground. Get my gauntlet underneath it with the metal plate, and then pick it up with my other hand. It'll do until I can get to Waterdeep or Neverwinter and have a cleric hopefully regrow it for me. I can afford it. But he grabs the helmet, kind of tucks it under his armpit. I'm ready to go.
Was Gundren around when they cut your arm off?
No.
If we see any of the ones that escaped, they're going to be pretty fucking surprised your arm's back.
Yeah, he probably will be. He starts to walk outside, sees the rain, looks and goes, crap. Looks like we're going on foot then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be a long walk. So how far do we have to go for this place?
Not terrible far.
But far enough?
Yeah. It's pretty much going to be pissing until we get to the woods.
Great. It's going to be also difficult for me to travel in this armor. I'll have to do it. I was kind of hoping we'd have the horses. At least that way I'd be able to travel with the armor on. You sure we can't take them?
The chances. It's going to take us a few hours to get there.
More than a few hours.
If we take horses.
Yeah. How long if we go on foot?
A day more.
How bad is this storm gonna get?
High ass winds. How about this? We take the horses, and when we get to the woods, we tell them to head back.
That should work. That'll get us the majority of the way there. So when you go back out, how are you gonna go get the horses set up?
Yeah, I'm gonna meditate out. Oh wait, I don't need to, Daddy. Yeah, never mind. When I get there, cast speak to animals. Looking at the 8 horses we have now. Who wants to go on an adventure?
The hefty, overweight, slow ones, like, I'd rather not. The smart one looks over at you and starts to walk forward. Bumps his head into another one of the fast, smart ones. And the two of them walk forward.
Okay, we need 2 more, hopefully.
You need 5 horses in total. Sildar, Uthgrim.
Yeah, and Jason usually doubles.
So
Study.
yeah, 4. Yeah, but you can't study in the rain.
With a hood that's waterproof.
And ink that will bleed.
You got a point. Okay, we need 2 more. Hopefully, we could do with 3.
You see them and hear them talk amongst each other for a second.
You're where I can hear you talking.
Yes, you hear from one of them. The one that housed the human and the one that housed the female wood elf both step forward as well.
I'll go with the fat one. Tibble's gonna miss you.
Fine. I want a carrot.
How about I get you some fresh root vegetables whenever we get to the woods?
I'll take that. He trots forward, all happy and proud of himself.
Okay. When we get to the woods, you guys have the option of either staying with us or coming back to town here.
It's going to be a bad day. You hear from the smart one as it looks kind of up a little bit.
Very bad day.
And you take them out and get them all saddled up and...
And Chasing the one he likes and Tybalt the one he likes.
Uthgrim hops on one of them. Sildar grabs the reins and hops up on one of them.
I'm just taking my horse.
So we're looking at 1, 2, 2.5 days on the trail. And because you're a druid, you travel on trails as fast as you travel across the wilds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're looking at 30 miles. You're traveling at a speed of about 4 miles an hour, considering you're a little bit slowed, but considering the rain and the wind that's going to be picking up as you guys travel, you'll get your full 4 miles an hour, but then it's going to slowly taper down a little bit to about half speed. So I'll give you a 3.75 to account for it slowly descending. So you're traveling 3.75 miles an hour, and you need to go 30 miles.
10 hours?
Just under 10 hours. 8 hours exactly. So you're leaving at about 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:15 in that area. 5 middle afternoon.
As we're walking, because my spell lasts for a short period of time, I think it's like, what is it, like an hour or something? I forget what it is.
What's it called?
Speak to animals?
Is it speak to or speak with?
Speak with.
Mordenkainen's sword, phantasmal force, planar binding, polymorph. Revive. Scorching Ray. Sending. Sequester. Shield. Sleep. Speak with plants. Speak with animals. Lasts for 10 minutes. And it's a first level spell.
Talking to them, the horses, I mean, goes, okay, we're going to push you guys a little bit because it's going to be a solid 8 hours, and I don't want to stop and get caught in this rain.
Some of them nod their head. The fat one looks and goes, "It's gonna be a really bad day."
I'm rummaging, grabbing something out of my pouch that they gave me. Like, you know how they gave us food rations and stuff before?
Yeah.
Finding the closest facsimile to a potato or a carrot or an apple.
You can find one.
Handing it to Tybalt.
Takes it and feeds it to the horse.
Alright, let's go. Feeding mine some of my oatmeal.
Just so you know, there are some spells in 5th edition called ritual spells, such as Speak with Animals. If you take 10 minutes to cast the spell instead of the casting time of one action, it doesn't take a spell slot. So I can tell you that you have the 10 minutes to spare, so therefore you don't waste a first level spell slot. Cast it as a ritual.
So I don't lose the mana?
You don't lose the mana. You can cast as many rituals as you want, not waste the mana, because it takes 10 minutes of preparation and casting. But it's only for certain spells that actually say ritual after it. And everyone starts on their way. Are you going to do anything while you're traveling other than get bombarded by high winds, ever increasing winds, and rain with thunder that starts by mid morning?
Nope. Pushing the horses a little bit, but.
How long does Mage Armor last? Mage Armor lasts for 8 hours, which means he will put that up through the staff as soon as he can. And how long does Dragon Scales last for? Book of Lost Spells. Dragon Scales. Dark Geyser. Detect Land. Distance. Divining. Dust of Death. Dragon's Gauntlet.
It's
Dragon's
dust to
Scare.
death, not of death.
No, there's both. Dragon Scales. Duration. 10 minutes. So yeah. I should make another section here for charges. So, as you guys are traveling, the day goes by uneventful, considering the rain and whatnot. Most things are basically taking shelter from the heavy rain and thunderstorm that's starting. And eventually you see the woods come into view. Now, if you take the horses the rest of the way, you'll get there in 8 hours total. If you pitch the horses, you're going to have an extra. Your speed is going to be reduced to 2 because of the bad weather, which the wind is going to be sheltered by the woods, so you're looking at 2, so looking at 3. It'll take, instead of reaching the castle by 3 in the afternoon, you'll reach the castle by 5 in the afternoon. Between 4 and 5, somewhere in that area.
When we get to the edge of the woods, I am casting the ritual speak to animals.
Okay.
And looking at them. If you guys want to go.
The wind is really bad by now. The wind is pushing 45 miles an hour.
If you guys want to go and go full bore back to the town, you can.
The smart one looks. We would not reach the town before the winds get worse. We will stay inside here. trees provide break from wind. Stay within break.
If you see anything that could cause you any injury, run.
They nod their head. Uthgrim hops off the horse.
I'm not even tethering them.
They just basically go just inside the tree line by about 100 feet or so, just so that way the trees provide that good natural break, and the leaves and such gives a lot of cover for
Yeah, they get little drops instead of big drops.
Yep.
I'm rummaging around for some sort of root vegetable. Ginger, potato, radish.
It's not hard for you to find some.
So ginger's usually the easiest to find.
Yep. It'll eat it happily.
Digging up a little bit more for the other horses.
And since Jason knows that he's close to the castle, from the staff of defense, mage armor. Just in case something catches us by surprise.
I was thinking the same thing. How long till we get in there?
Uthgrim looks over at you. Roughly 2 hours.
An hour and a half, Jason?
2 to 3 hours.
When we get close, when we can see the castle, but we're not in war zone.
Yeah.
Remind me to put up a spell.
Gotcha. Uthgrim will lead the way since he knows where the castle is. Thank you to his wanderer ability from his background of being tribal and nomadic. He knows settlements and areas and such, and can find food and water for up to 6 people. And he takes you towards Cragmaw Castle. As you're traveling towards it, the castle is, for the most part, still mostly intact. You can tell from its age that there's going to be some parts of it that are a little bit more broken down and such. But it still looks very well defensible and very well intact.
We have 30 good berries.
As soon as you see the tidbits of the castle come into view from between the tree lines, Jason looks over at you. He just kind of bumps you with the staff. Spell.
Meditate it for 2 minutes. Bark skin.
What book?
It gives me a 16 for my armor class if I don't already have it. So if my shield gets knocked from me, I still have a 16.
Yep. And what book?
PhD.
It's called Barkskin.
Yes.
I need to find out what the duration is.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. So you can only have one concentration spell going at a time, just so you know. So anything else you cast, like Moonbeam, can't happen.
It can, but my bark's gonna roll.
You'll have to drop your Barkskin. So that takes you. It's a first level spell or second?
Second.
So it takes you 2 minutes to meditate it out, and then you're casting it. And Barkskin. Yep, you can easily do that.
I look tree-like.
And what you see in front of you is a couple of round parapets with arrow slits and such that you can spot through the trees. It looks like part of the castle wall is caved in. You can see an actual trail that will take you to a flight of stairs, as well as over here, you can spot what looks like might be the actual front door of the castle because of the way you can't see the stairs. You can see it rises up a bit, and then it has a flat patch, which is very normal for a keep, to have a set of stairs lead up to a flat patch where then it would proceed into the main doors. What you're looking at over here with the trail leading to what looks like a set of stairs that might be able to take you in is probably the servants' entrance. Because servants always had a separate entrance, and based on the size of this thing, it is not a castle. This is a keep. Whoever calls it a castle does not know what a castle is. This is a keep. This is a lord's keep. Jason looks over at it as he's kind of spying at it through the tree lines and such. And he's going to make a perception check to see if he can spot anything through those arrow slits. Those little nice murder holes. See if he can spot if there's anything peeking through them. Considering the difficulty of that, 18 plus 5. He does spot things. Because of the angle you're on, you can't really see a whole lot. But Chasen goes like this with his hand and whispers over you guys, I spot two. They look like goblins. As he points straight ahead to the arrow holes.
Shield up.
You hear from Uthgrim, goblins are not a challenge. They should be simple to take down.
Yeah, but where there's two, there's more.
If there's two, you hear from Jason, if there's two goblins looking through two murder holes, then we can safely assume every other murder hole we see is going to have a goblin or something in that room to protect it. The front door is going to be the most heavily guarded.
I see so far from the angle I'm at.
You'll be able to spot
4 weak points.
this and these.
And the collapsed wall.
And the partially collapsed wall that you can dig your way through slowly.
Yeah, could house some though.
Jason looks over. My suggestion is circuit's entrance.
Where's that?
The one we're looking at. If we go to the main door is going to have more murder holes pointed towards it. And if there's two on the side entrance, that means every one of the main areas is going to have some. Which means we'll just get a choke point. We'll die. My suggestion is we dispatch these two goblins and then go in through the side entrance, the servants' entrance. Or we can sneak up and try to sneak in. You just look, you see Tybalt look over at Uthgrim, looks over at Sildar, looks down at himself and goes, I really don't think sneaking is going to be a thing we're going to be able to do. Scale mail armor, ring mail armor, barbarian.
He's quieter than you give him credit for. He didn't wake the dragon.
I think that we should do what Chasen suggested. Use your cantrips, take out the goblins.
Quill.
Firebolt. Now, what's the range on Quill before you roll anything?
30 feet. I may have to go up a little bit.
More than a little bit. You'll have to get right to here. You'll be within view.
Nothing I can do about it. We're going to change it. Do you want me to hit him or are you going to take him out?
We have to take them out at the same time. If I attack one and the other one's just going to sound an alarm.
That means I'm going to be in full view.
And then they're going to sound an alarm.
Tybalt, how far does yours go?
120 feet. So Tybalt will step forward and throughout the cover as well, we'll target. Now here's the problem. Murder holes provide really good cover. So the armor class of these little goblins, which is normally not that great, is going to be exponentially increased due to the fact they have amazing cover. I believe with 3/4 cover, plus 5 to armor class, and that's not good. What is the armor class on a goblin? Golem, Goblin. Here we go. They don't have access to the shield, so they have a 13 plus 5. They have an 18. Ow, that sucks. Jason has a plus 6. Tybalt has a plus 5. Would you guys have an advantage because they don't know you're there? Yes, you would. So, Jason with his Firebolt with plus 6. That's a miss. Tybalt with the Eldritch Blast. Plus 5. That's a hit. So, Tybalt manages to hit one for a measly 1 damage. That fucking sucks. So, what happens is this. The initiative is going to have to start here in a second, but Jason missed one because of the cover. Tybalt hits the other one, does 1 measly damage to the thing.
Can I, after seeing them do that, go forward and quill?
You can, but they're still going to have their chance to do something because you had to wait till afterwards. And you see them turn around and immediately scream, "Intruders!" And you don't know exactly what they're screaming, but you're assuming it's intruders because they scream one word in Goblinoid as loud as they can.
Heard it before.
And it's the same one you've heard them scream a couple of times. And you see them are quickly trying to grab cover and such. So you can, if you want to, try to move up and do quills.
I'm gonna try it.
So you can take your move action to move into range.
I'm not aiming for anything except the murder holes. I don't care. As long as it goes into the murder hole, my chances of hitting somebody are pretty good.
Yeah, but you still have to hit the armor class, right? So just roll your... You don't actually do anything or roll anything with the quills. They just auto-hit as long as you're within range. Yeah, remember, there's no roll. They're like magic missile. So roll up 2d4 damage.
8.
Are you targeting the one that was hit with the Eldritch Blast by Tybalt?
No.
You're targeting the other one. From there, there's 2 of them within range that you can actually hit.
Grab another one for 4 damage.
So 4 to each of them?
Yeah, except the one that Tybalt hit. He's already wounded, there's no point.
How many goblins are in this area? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
When you get a chance, do you mind grabbing a bottle of Tylenol?
Where's the Tylenol?
Over by your stuff last I checked.
Oh, you mean the red bottle there?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's how bad my back is. I'm actually caving and taking Tylenol. A full Tylenol.
How come?
My legs are tingly. That's how sore my back is. Something I did in my sleep flared up the injury from the car accident, and my back is just hell.
So, we're going to have to do up initiative. So, grab me your initiative. Ugh.
Woo! 19. My tablet's right there. Can you reach it? Or do I need to grab? Thank you. You're awesome. I love you. Best husband ever.
What was your initiative score?
19.
19?
And dog noogie. Noogie, 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 noogie. Noogie, 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 noogie. Yeah. Oh, pop your head away.
You have a 19. The goblins end up with a 13. Jason ends up with a 6.
Seriously, Jason. What do you roll, a 2?
4. Tybalt has a 13. This one has a 12. So, you get to go first. They're alerted, which is bad.
Alright. Quills. The 2 I haven't hit already.
Fish.
Fish.
Fish. So you can't, unfortunately, if you're going to go quills to 2 you haven't hit any already, you're going to have to target this murder hole.
Okay.
And you're only going to be able to hit the one that Tybalt hit and one other.
That's good.
Alright. Each of those guys
4
have
to the one
4.
that Tybalt didn't hit. 3 to the one Tybalt did hit.
So each of those guys have 4. And you said 3 to the one Tybalt hit?
Yeah. And 4 to the one Tybalt didn't hit.
And these guys each have 4. And 4 to the one he didn't hit. Stop clicking. Alright, that's your turn.
What's that weird thing that looks like a backwards C?
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a 3. Stop licking, Brissa.
It doesn't look like a 3, it looks like a C.
After your go, goes to the enemies in Tybalt. Enemies have a slight advantage. So, the enemies get to go first. One of the goblins from a different room is coming over, or is actually going to go do something else, which you're not fully aware of. And then 2 of these goblins are going to, because they're small, they can both kind of effectively squeeze through the murder hole and attack you at the same time. These ones are going to do the same. These ones here are going to move to here. And these ones here are going to move to here. And this one is going to take off up to here. Alrighty, so 4 attacks. Unfortunately, 4 attacks are coming at you because you're the one that's killing them the fastest with those damn quills. They don't have an advantage or anything like that from shooting from murder holes, they just have the increased armor class. But you are plainly visible, so you have 4 of them attacking you. Your armor class is 16. And out of 4 attacks, only 1 manages to actually score a hit, which is good. For you, at least. 4 damage. From a bow, yeah. And then they take their bonus action to rip out quills. And then it goes to Tybalt's turn.
Am I hit with a poisoned arrow?
I did not call for a con check, so you don't feel like there might be any poison in it. Tybalt's moving up.
Guard feather is black.
Yes. So there's 35, and then Tybalt's moving all the way up to the service entrance door. Because of how he's moving through the area, they do get an attack of opportunity against him. So the 4 of them will make a attack to try to hit him with arrows. Unfortunately, Tybalt is now using a shield and scale mail armor, so his armor class is a fucking 18. None of them hit. No successful attacks. Tybalt had to do a dash to get there, so that's him done. Goes to Uthgrim's turn. Uthgrim is going to move up.
Oh, did you want to know what I have highlighted for today?
It's 40 and another 20 feet. What's that?
What spells I have set?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually. And Sildar moves up. So So Uthgrim is being attacked. Uthgrim has a shield. Uthgrim has a 17 armor class. 2 successful hits on Uthgrim. 4. Oh, balls. 11, 15 damage. That fucking sucks.
Are we surrounded by trees, by the way?
No, there's a small clearing for the castle, otherwise it would not be able to fit in very well. But there is trees and branches and such all over the place. I'm not going down that high in my hit points at the moment, so I'm going to do my second wind for Uthgrim. 1d10 plus 2. 9.
Lesser restoration.
So 6. What about it?
That's what I have. Now, if I swapped out for something to cast it, like I did with Barkskin, does it go back automatically to what I originally had that spell slot for when I'm done?
What?
Okay, remember how I didn't have Barkskin ready, and I had to meditate out for 2 minutes to get it and then cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that
Barkskin is now in your list of prepared spells.
Okay, because I was going to say, I thought it swapped back immediately.
No, you have to take another 2 minutes to do that, because it doesn't, it swaps it in place instead of what you had.
I thought it just swapped it for the meantime. While
No, because you're switching a spell.
Okay, well then I have Barkskin instead of
14.
Silver Spear. For right now, at least.
15 plus the shield gets 16.
I have Leaf Fall, Leaf Tide, Pummel, Thunder Wave, Speak with Animals, Entangle, Cure Wounds.
Okay. 6, 15 damage to Sildar. Sildar's going to take it 15. He'll second wind to regain 7.
How the fuck did he get hit so hard?
He got a critical hit and a normal hit whenever he moved up.
He's not meant to live.
No, he doesn't seem to be meant to live at all. But it's because they have the advantage of being in the murder holes, right? So that's why you don't try to approach that.
He was the last one, or is Chasen?
It goes to Chasen's turn now.
Okay, because as soon as he...
What? What?
Just hear the crow pecking.
Goes to Chasen's turn.
And I'm just thinking that the people, if anybody ever watches this, might hear it because the way it connects to the house is right near our window, which is right where the computer is. So there's a word, tick, 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 tick. It's the crow that is on our feeder.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, Firebolt is my best option. Firebolt one of those damned bastards. I don't want to waste my actual magic if I don't have to. That's a hit. 1d10 damage. 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 damage to 1, 2. 7 damage to this one. That drops 1. He hits the ground dying. So all I'm going to do is delete them because it's just easier that way. So that one's dropped.
Okay. Starts new round, right?
And then it goes to a whole brand new round.
Okay,
yes.
So tick, 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 tick.
You go first, so automatically this guy goes down by 2. This guy goes down by 3, so this drops another 1. This guy goes down by 3, so that drops another 1. So 2 of them actually hit the ground, which was actually these 2. Can you see? These 2 have dropped because of your quills. This guy is no longer in the murder window because he's so badly injured.
He's probably down 1 knee or something.
Yeah, he's down to like only 1 or 2 hit points at this point. Otherwise, he'd still be up in the window.
Now, where there is that cave in, can I climb that at all?
You'll have to sift your way through it. It'll take you a long time. What are you doing?
Is there any way I can run up to that murder hole
And do what?
Fire quills in it, and then
You would
duck
be able to see
behind
them. No. You wouldn't be able to see through it.
then I was gonna go up to my friends.
Because of how injured he is, that's fine. You can get all the way up to your friends for your turn.
I can't get past any of them.
No, because they're all waiting for their turns, because it's just a simple stairwell. They're all kind of crammed in on it. Waiting for this door to get open so they can all go in, which has to wait till Tybalt's turn. And it goes to the enemy's turn. So this guy's taking up that quill automatically, and he's retreating. You're not quite sure as to where, though. And give me a second while I figure out what the rest of the enemies are doing. Okay? These guys are aware now, so that's their move action. That's his move action. That's his move action. That's his move action. That's his move action.
Oh, we each have 6 good berries, by the way.
6?
Yeah.
And then this one is going to come back because he's done informing. This one is going to come all the way up to here for his move action and do that. This guy was retreating for his turn. And these guys are readying the action for when the door opens, they can attack with their javelins. Done. So it goes to Tybalt's turn. Simply enough, Tybalt is going to try to break the door open, which he does manage to do. Bashes the door with his shield and tries to get in. He would be able to attack, however, they have a readied action, so the 3 of them are immediately attacking him. Tybalt has an armor class of fucking 18, so odds are they're not going to hit. One successful hit. That's it. Just one. One successful javelin hit from a frickin' for 6 damage.
So a toothpick.
But he takes 6 damage.
It's a goblet javelin, so it's a toothpick.
And that's their ready action. That doesn't actually stop Tybalt. So Tybalt is taking his sword and he's just going to try to impale one of the bastards. Try to kill him. +1 sword, so 3 plus his 4, that gives him 4, 5, 6 to hit. That's a hit because they don't have shields. And it's a long sword, so it does a d8 damage +4. 4 and 4 is 8 damage. So he manages to kill this one here.
How many have we killed so far? 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 is dropped. So 4 guaranteed are on the ground dying. 1 is trying to run away from the original room of 7. So 1, 2, 3.
Does that include the one Tybalt just killed?
Yep. And Tybalt just dropped 1. So there's still these 2 +1 evading. So that is Tybalt's turn. Next house initiative goes to Uthgrim. Because Tybalt's into the actual hallway now. Uthgrim's coming in,
Where's that room?
coming to the side, and shield up, basically creating a phalanx wall in front of goblins. Axe, shank, right into one of the goblins' heads. I will reckless attack because I want to make sure I kill these little bastards. I want to make sure I hit so I can drop them. That is a successful hit. 1d8 plus. Uthgrim has a strength modifier of 3. Yep, so 1d8 plus 4 damage. 4 and 4 is 8. Uthgrim takes 1, cleaves a big wound on the goblin's head as the goblin hits the ground, gurgling on its own blood, which is this one right here. That leaves that little goblin right there, and it goes to Sildar's turn. Sildar's just moving in behind the two of them. He can't really do anything because he doesn't have a long-range weapon or a reach weapon like a polearm. All he has is a longsword. After Sildar's turn, it goes all the way down to Chasen's turn, who is now finally going to catch up with the rest of you guys behind you. Start of a brand new round. This only has the one left in it. That actually drops him. So he hits the ground, leaving only one that you can see because another one from that original room took off like a bat out of hell. So it goes to your turn. What are you doing?
I see one, right?
You see none.
I thought you said I still see one.
There's still one standing. You're here. How can you see through a solid wall?
Oh, move up. Moving up
So-
on my friends.
You can kind of get in behind Sildar. It's tight quarters, but you can do it. And because of the height and shields and such, you can't make out that goblin because goblins are only small. So they're only like 3 to 4 feet tall.
Because this is a effectively auto hit spell,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask if there's one there on fire?
You don't know its exact location. So no. You need to know where they are.
Who's in front of me?
Sildar, then Tybalt.
Tybalt, lift me.
Tybalt can't lift you. There's Sildar right in front of you, then Tybalt, I said.
Okay. Can I climb Sildar?
No!
Damn it. I'm trying. I know, Britt, it sucks.
What are you doing?
And I can't move past them like I normally would. Ow, my back, dog.
Well, you can. You've only used...
I asked, you said it's got tight quarters.
It is tight quarters. You've used 12 feet of your movement, still leaving you with another 18 feet. So you can go to about here. You can kind of crawl into this area here and get right in front of them.
Okay.
But now none of you guys actually have any bonuses from your dex mods because you're all kind of crammed into one little area.
Phalanx, though. With Grim.
Okay?
Can I
And
still cast? What if I'm phalanxing?
yeah, you have to have one free hand. And now you can catch the quills on that one. 4, 7. Putting all 7 on him, since he's the only target. That actually drops him. He hits the ground, and you know because he's already hit the ground, he won't be able to take him out, and that'll probably kill him come next turn. So that's your go. Next highest initiative goes to the enemies. Well, just as you finish dropping that one, there's a small pile of 3 dead goblins there. You see the door directly to your left fly open. And when it flies open, you see these 2 goblins come rushing out with their javelins to try to take up a defensive position and block this door.
Like we are.
These 2 are coming forward, and they're moving to about here for their move action, and then hauling this table down and tipping it so they have cover. So they have access to their short bow. So the moment you get in firing range, they have cover and advantage on you. And then this one here comes through here, up here, and into here. That's all he's doing for his turn.
Where did the arrow get me?
It just would have been in your main body.
So probably my side or my hip or something. Because I did have a shield.
Yeah, and it was nothing vital. Otherwise, you know, you would have been told it was a vital shot. And we're looking at another goblin comes in here. You're just getting all the goblins from different rooms.
Well, yeah, we've dropped a bunch of their friends.
20, 30. So Another one is making its way towards you as well, but you don't know that. So that is their turn. These guys now are aware that you're in here, so what are they going to do? Based on the fact they know the layout of this place, they are going to come into this area here and start doing. So that's what they're going to do for their move action, and then they're going to start barricading. So they can hold that area. And then Game Master needs a moment because your guys are making a lot of noise, and there's a little goblin running around going, "Intruders! Intruders from the servant entrance!" He's going from area to area telling everybody what's going on.
Well, it's not like we can avoid that.
He's being a little shit. He's purposely going to every other area and making sure they know. So that way you guys can't have any strategic advantage in any area you go to.
I reiterate, there's fuck and all we can do about that.
There is fucking all you can do about it, and he is being a little shit. So it goes to Tybalt's turn. Tybalt is going to move up, basically past you guys here, get in front of one of these little goblins, and attack him with his sword. That's a miss. And you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more possible goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And after Tybalt goes, it goes to Uthgram. And it goes to Uthgram's turn. So Uthgram's going to move up and create a phalanx in front of them, so that way he can attack, and reckless attack on one of them. Successful hit. For just barely enough damage to drop one as it hits the ground. And then after Uthgram, it goes to Sildar. Sildar can't really do anything, so he's going to come up to here and basically watch the backs to make sure nothing happens from this direction, because he can't easily get to that other goblin. And then it goes to Chasen, lowly Chasen, straggling in the back. He's going to move up, come next to you. And it goes to a whole brand new round. Your go. What are you doing, love? You guys have almost taken the servants' entrance.
How many are in front of me I can see?
One.
One?
Yep.
I'm still phalanxing.
No, you're not.
Oh, he moved?
They moved up into the entrance area, so you can go here behind them. You can see 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I'm going to move up there to help them. The
Okay.
one that's close by is within the other guy's range, so I'm going to go for the two
These two?
behind the fucking table being fucking pussies.
Okay. Roll
And
up.
oops.
It was a 2.
I hate you, die.
It's a 1.
Yes, 1. So 3. So 2 on one, 1 on the other.
2 on one, and 1 on the other. It's your turn. The next initiative goes to the enemies. They're immediately ripping up the quills. For a bonus action.
Certain sides that have that iridescent thing, kind of hard to see.
Yeah. So, first things first, let's deal with the archers. 2 of the archers are taking a shot. One can hit Uthgrim. The other one is going to shoot past Uthgrim and hit you. So I'm going to deal with you first. That's a miss. Uthgrim, that's a miss. Oh wait, Uthgrim they have an advantage on attacks with Uthgrim. That's still a miss. It's lower than the first attack roll. The one that's right next to Tybalt is attacking Tybalt. Tybalt has a 17 armor class or an 18 armor class. That is a hit. Tybalt gets hit. Tybalt still has not actually dropped one yet. That sucks. I need those temporary hit points. 4 damage to Tybalt. He always gets shit kicked. And then it comes to this one, who's going to rush in, take up position here, and let's take a look. I know goblins have some special need abilities.
Did you say special needs?
Special neat abilities.
I heard needs.
Special needs.
Okay, that could be really offensive to somebody.
Okay, have they not watched Simpsons or South Park? If you have not, fuck you. Go watch it. Timid.
Swear to God, my husband's not an insensitive prick.
No, I just like South Park and Simpsons. Okay, there is an actual license plate I saw that actually has Timid, and in the window it says handicap. So they can have the
I showed you that.
Exactly. So if you can't take a joke in this politically correct world, go suck on a fucking coffee cup.
I was assuming you mean a Starbucks cup.
Yeah. Political correctness is ruining this world. If you don't have enough fucking skin to take any amount of offensive nature and just tune it out and ignore it, then you need to grow some hair on your balls, get a pair of fucking balls, and grow the fuck up and be an adult.
What if we don't have balls like me?
Women have balls. They're called tits, and they're on their chest.
Woohoo! I'm included.
Political correctness is ruining this world. Tits, shit, cunt, motherfucker. There we go.
You forgot piss.
Piss. And shit.
You said shit.
I said shit? Whatever. Hate political correctness. It's destroying this world. Happy holidays. It's Merry fucking Christmas. It's Happy fucking Hanukkah. It's Happy fucking Kwanzaa. Whatever your religion is, that's what it is.
And so, Joe rants.
Yes, I tend to rant. So he's moving to here, and then he is going to shoot. He doesn't know which one of you guys is the bigger threat, so he is going to make a random shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Uthgrim gets shot at. Uthgrim gets hit for 7 damage. And this guy is still being a coward.
Who, Jason?
No, not Jason. One of the goblins.
Sure it's not Jason?
He's right behind you. He's just going last in the initiative, so he's just really slow at getting anywheres.
No, he's just being a little dick.
No, he's actually not.
You have to admit, he's not exactly brave.
He's a wizard. He can't be brave. Move there and attack from another one. This attack's coming at you. Natural 20.
Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
It's not much damage. 4, 5, 6 damage.
Seriously?
Yep, 3 and a 1 plus their 2.
Jesus, they have not hurt me much.
This little goblin that's screaming around from room to room and informing people is going to then go into this room to inform these guys. These guys, see? That's room number 9. Okay. And then these guys continue to barricade.
Do you hear that?
One.
Big old doggy snores.
And that is all of the enemy's turn. They are all finally done. Tybalt, try to drop that fucking goblin. Yes, that's a hit. 1d8 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. Tybalt drops that goblin, finally. And because he drops the goblin, Tybalt gets Dark One's Blessing, which is Charisma Mod plus Warlock level, so 7 bonus hit points. So the next hit goes to my temporary hit points first. Which will be good. And this one is now dropped. And after Tybalt, it goes to Uthgrim. He's going to move in, past the door, and go over the table into the middle of all these goblins, and he's going to attack one. Normal attack. I don't want the reckless attack. The normal attack does hit for 9 damage. These 1, 2, 3, 4 goblins there. He drops one of them. Let's call this one. After Uthgrim goes, Sildar is going to move down to 8. Sildar is going to the other side of the table and going to try to take the sword and slash at one of the goblins since he's on the other side of the table. That's a successful hit for 6 damage. The goblin is not dropped. It's severely injured. After Sildar goes to little old Jason. He's going to step just into here in front of your character a little bit and firebolt the far one in the back that just got here that hasn't actually got a chance to get cover. Successful hit for 1d10 damage or 7 damage. It's enough to actually drop him. And I have a text message. Wonder where it is. From Rogers.
What do they want?
Telling me I can add another phone to my line. Which we don't need.
How many phones do they think we need?
Apparently, one for every living creature in this house.
Fuck.
So that was Jason's turn. Comes up to your turn. This guy still has an quill in him, so he takes a point of damage. And what are you doing for your turn?
How many can I see?
2.
Wills, motherfucker. 3 each.
3 each. So that takes him down to that. That takes him down to that. And it goes to their turn. He's taking one of those quills out. And he's switching to his bladed weapon, and he's going to attack Sildar. Which he misses. The other one is going to do the same thing, but attack Uthgrim. Misses. They are not having much luck, and he'll take a quill out as well. And then it goes to Tybalt's turn. Tybalt's going to move into the room, and then Eldritch Blast one of them. That's a hit for 4 damage. That drops him. I already have the temporary hit points. I can't get him back, so I don't need to worry about writing it down. And then after Tybalt goes, Uthgrim, reckless attack, successful hit for 11 damage, which is, yeah, thug, he's down. So that clears up all of the goblins that you guys have been dealing with in this immediate area. So now that all the goblins are cleared, you pretty much have a no longer combat-based initiative turns because there's nothing around you. Jason's moving into the room. What are you doing? Nice.
So, what's our death tally for how many we? Where the fuck did my pencil go?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I had a pencil.
Should be 14.
I'm getting ragey.
You keep setting things down and losing them. So you got 7, 4, 3, and 3. 3, 4, 5, 6,
Seriously?
7, 8 plus 7 is what? 8 plus 7 is 15, and only 2 of them. So 13. There should be 13 in total. Your death total is 13. You've killed 13 goblins so far.
And how many are injured?
As far as you know, 1. And you don't know where he went to. Little bastard ran off and hid. So, where is your character going? Everyone's moved into this room here to the left of you guys. Has a table in it. What the hell did I hit?
Ulamog.
What did I hit? This basic area is pretty simple. 2 giant tables, it's the eating hall. There's some benches, some tables, lots of dirty dishes, and lots of what smells like really rancid mold. As in they're not cleaning their dishes.
They're goblins, what do you expect?
Exactly. So, where's your character going?
Look at the guys. We need to move all this stuff to the edges so that if we get taken in, they don't have cover.
They'll start moving up the tables and chairs to the edges. Where's your character going?
Helping them and then investigating.
Investigating what and where?
Around the room. See if there's any other exits.
There is. There's a pathway to the left, and on the northern wall there's a door.
Tybalt,
Mm.
why don't me and you go check that pathway? We'll split up temporarily, because that pathway looks small. Once we clear that area, we'll come back in and barricade it with some tables. Plan?
Sounds good to me.
Did you just drop something?
Sildar will look at you. Should we take the north door, start investigating up there, see what we can find?
Not till we get back. There's no point separating like that. It shouldn't take us long. I'm assuming it's a small area.
Passing the Tylenol. Need that. You and Tybalt are heading over through that little passage to check to see where it leads to and where it takes you to. What it looks like is the ruined barracks. It's basically at this point in its degradation, it's nothing more than a heap of rubble from the collapsed-in walls that you can see on either side of it, here and here. But you do see that there are some bunks that have been set up and a door that leads to the north, and it looks like a few goblins have been, for the most part, staying in this area, as is evident by the bunks, the piss pots, and some of the scattered remains of food that they've left. This door, right here to the north, is open. And you can see that this door, that was directly to the left, as soon as you open up the door to the north, is also open. Probably where some of those extra goblins came from is one of the goblins took off, ran into this area, warned them, came out through the door, opened up this door, warned whoever was in this room, and then proceeded somewhere else.
I'm sticking my head back through. Guys, go through the north door after you block off this passage so it's a little bit hell for them to get through.
Where are you guys going? You hear from Uthgrim?
There's a door to the north here. I'm assuming they connect.
They will take the tables, block off this whole area, and then Uthgrim goes first, followed by Sildar immediately afterwards to create a little bit of a wall. Jason is going to go behind them. Your character and Tybalt are going through the north.
Yeah.
As soon as you get out through the north, you can see that the front door to this area has been completely kicked in and bashed in. The entrance is, for the most part, in good shape, except for the front doors being completely sundered and crashed in. Round towers seem to loom over the archway as well, from what you can see here. And that would be these two towers here that have the murder holes that you can spot whenever you walk up, because you can actually see one of the murder holes as you walk up this way from angling. So you don't want to try going out unless you know that the two rooms that house them are actually empty, because you already felt what it's like to try to make it past murder holes. It's not fun. But the area itself seems to be uninhabited.
How's it looking on your guys' side?
Well, you can spot them. As soon as they come out, you can see Uthgrim and Sildar.
Doesn't mean they don't see stuff.
And they are, just give me a second, I have to check for something. Because what they come out from is a completely cluttered area with rubble and some of the fallen plasters and walls from the ceiling above it. Whenever they come out of their area here, making it hard to get to this door here, to the right of them. And they have to make a wisdom perception check. That's only if they're actively looking, which they're not. Dexterity 10 saving throw. Thank God Uthgrim has a +2 to that roll. As does Sildar. And Danger Sense, I have advantage on my dex saves. Yay, barbarian. So I make that, even if I had the disadvantage, and Sildar makes it. So as they step out into this area here, Uthgar seems to trigger a small trap, and this whole floor caves in. Looks like it was just held up loosely with a tripwire trap. This whole square, like these 4 squares right here, all on a random disheveled area seems to cave in on itself. They quickly hop to the side and avoid it, so they don't actually end up falling in. And Jason's just standing there looking at the pit trap going, huh. Comes back down this way, climbs over and through the tables, setting the tables back up, comes down through here, and meets you guys here. Because he's not going to risk falling down a pit trap. Because he's not stupid.
Well, I doubt he would be stupid,
but... Grim will look at you. Now where to? Our only option is to either go on the other side of this trap to that door, which will be difficult to reach, or we can go up.
I vote up.
This door is open. This door is shut.
Shut door? After we check the open one.
Uthgrim goes up, pokes his head in, looks back out, gives you a circle indicating that there's nobody there.
I'm going up next to it.
Sildar standing right here, taking up a defensive position in front of the door.
I'm going in between the two, behind them. Phalanx.
Tybalt's going to step basically to this side of you to create
Phalanx?
a curve, so that way the side here can't get at you. Basically putting a shield like this off to the side. And Jason's just going to stand in the back here. Doing what a wizard does best.
I'm gonna hide, guys. Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind all of you, alright, guys? Okay, thanks. And Uthgrim's gonna go towards the door. And when he checks it, the door is actually locked.
Good fucking time?
But Jason puts his hand on your shoulder, whispers towards you. There's noises in that room. They're prepared for us.
Do you think we should traverse around the pit, spook them from the other side? They don't expect us to come through.
It's difficult to get through the pit, but doing a head-on fight would be reckless.
Why don't some of us go to the other side of the pit and flank?
Alright. Jason looks over at you. You and I.
Staff to staff again.
Jason's going to edge along the side, so he has to make a dexterity save. A dexterity check. It's a simple one, because I need you to do the same thing if you're going to edge along the side as well.
Yeah, but with his thing.
Yep. So make a dex save. You have advantage on it because you guys are using that staff to staff technique where you can have it for balance and safety. Double natural 20s?
Yes!
That's awesome. You can do it easily.
Oh my god, that's a rare roll.
Very rare. At least it's not double ones. Take the higher of the two. They're both ones. So, opens up this door to a room. It's going to start to walk in a little bit. What you see in this area, though, it's a high, narrow hall from the look of it, with a area here in the middle that looks more like a shrine at one point. Sculpted into the shrine itself, into the column in the center, you can see angelic features sculpted along the upper reaches of it, as well as along the ceilings and the top of the ceiling itself, top of the walls. Between the two archways on either side, though, you do see a cracked but at one point are an ornate brazier. So you can go from this hall here to this chapel area back here that you can see. There's a door on your far right, part of a caved in wall that if you really wanted to, you can, you know, dig your way through. Or in this case, you have to go up because of dimensions, pass into this chapel area to get to this door that you can kind of see. And as soon as you basically kind of go in there a little bit, I need to check something because I know your passive perception isn't enough to notice it, but Chasen has a really good passive perception. And he might notice it. +2. Stone camouflage. Has advantage. Okay. Knowledge Arcane because he does spot it. Because of a 19. 15 plus 6. Sorry. No. It's 10 plus 6 because of the new rules. So 16. He does know what it is.
After this castle, I vote we stop because I don't want you sick. Because you want to go out tonight.
There's also apparently a new Netrunner showing up as well. Or at least a returning one. Resistance to bludgeoning, resistance to piercing, resistance to slashing, damage from non-magic weapons. So it has to be with magic. Conveniently enough, the magic users are the ones that came this way.
Two.
I know roughly how tough this thing is. Tough. So that will garner an actual spell. 15-foot cone. Jason's coming in. You see him immediately spot something. Continues going into the room by a few feet. Brings his hands up. Burning hands.
Pissed him off.
And has to make a dex save. Which it does. So it takes half damage. I believe it's just 3d6. I only cast it as a first level spell. And you hear this loud shrieking noise of this weird worm-like creature in pain. And it is 3d6 fire damage. And it takes half of that. As what you spot is what he apparently spotted. Now that he's hit it, you can actually see it. It's this weird, what looks like worm-esque creature.
Worm like W-O-R-M or W-Y-R-M?
O-R. That's what it looks like. It's got a beak. Its front end of the worm part opens up into 4 apparent sucker-based tentacles with clawed ends that would be able to use to grab and bring it in towards the beak.
Are you just using that because you know I hate any type of grub or worm with a beak and pinchers?
No. Part of the module. It's called a grick. Chasen then takes effectively a bonus action to scream at you, "Magic only!" And it doesn't get the surprise. You didn't notice it because it seems to have a tendency to have an active camouflage, and that's the reason why you didn't notice it, because it was blended into the stonework. But Chasen has a really good passive perception. It's 15, so he was able to spot it. But I do need you and Chasen to make an initiative roll. Chasen has a 13. The Grick and the other ones have a 17. You have an 18?
Plus 2. 20.
I actually called the die roll.
Yeah,
You go first.
I thought you saw it.
No. Are you moving into the room for your turn so you can fully see?
Yes,
How far into the room are you moving?
beside Jason.
Beside here, beside here.
Okay, I can't go in the wall.
Well, you can kind of crawl into the side there in the middle, right?
Other side,
This side?
up a little bit closer. A little bit closer to Jason.
So like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to give him cover from me.
Okay. And what are you casting?
Quills. I don't know how powerful this thing is. I don't know if it has a weakness. And I know my quills are a pain.
I ought to do 3d6 damage to it. Not bad. I took 5 because of the saving throw.
6. 6 quills. Ah.
Okay. Now, their turn. This thing is going to attack. How does this thing attack?
They heard and they're all going in the other
Yeah,
room.
it has multi-attack. It can make Rick makes one attack with its tentacles. If the attack hits, it can make a beak attack against the same target. So it's coming in to try to attack you with the tentacles, and then hopefully the beak. You also can hear sounds from across the archways in the chapel area, some movement, as you see 2 goblins come on one side, 2 goblins come on the other side. One of them actually does have a shield and is wearing, quote unquote, nice looking robes. They're not as tattered, they're not as dirty, they're not as patchworked. They are not. They just look a little bit better than the rest of the stuff. He also is slightly taller, slightly bigger, slightly buffer, and looks a little bit more calm, compared to the other 3 that you see. Okay. And there's 4 goblins in total. So they're moving to there, and then once they move to there, this one's going to shoot or throw a javelin at you or Chasen, one or the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, Chasen.
He has cover with me, doesn't he?
Not from this angle, no. And mage armor is, I think, 13. I didn't write it down. Bullets. I gotta go check it up.
Look it up or check it.
What did I say?
Check it up.
Check it up works. What do you say, people? Does check it up work? It's like saying, where are you to?
They don't understand what that is unless they're Canadian.
Mage armor.
Yep.
13 plus
Mostly
dex
newbie.
mod. AC becomes 13 plus dex mod. So 13, 14, 15. That is a miss. That is a miss. The javelin misses Chasen. Doesn't actually hit him. And now the Grick gets to go. So it's lunging off the wall, landing next to you because you're the closest one to it, and it's attacking you with its tentacles. What are you doing?
Because they have nothing on the other side. The wall's really flimsy.
So your armor class, yeah,
16.
and it reverberates in a funny way.
Yeah, I can literally feel the wall.
Plus 4 to hit. It rolls an 8, so doesn't hit. So it misses. And it has to hit the tentacle attack to get the beak attack. So you're fine. And then after the enemies go, it goes to Chasen's turn. 2 little frickin' goblins there and there. I can go magic missile. I can go acid splash. Acid splash, because that way I can hit 2 of them. It's a hit. 3 damage each. Could have been worse. And then doesn't have anywhere else he can move to. Your go.
Did the Grick
It
take
would have.
more damage, yes?
Yeah, it's taking 5 damage because it ripped one out.
How?
It has 4 tentacles. And it's a bonus action. It's a free action to rip one out.
I just went, but took that hand, it's a worm. But
it has mobile sucker-based tentacles.
Okay, you can't blame me.
What are you doing?
Quills.
Okay.
Because they stack. Did you get that?
No.
5.
5? Yeah, that's going to drop him on next turn no matter what. Are you staying in the same position?
Is there any way I can move to give Jason a little bit more cover?
If you do, you remove the cover from this side.
And no, I'm just staying put.
Okay. Goes to the enemy's turn. Right off the bat. Works a quill out. This goblin is coming down and attacking in melee combat. This one is going to come down and attack in melee combat. This one is coming down and then around to flank and attack you in melee combat, as is this one. So you each have 2 of them attacking you guys. So let's deal with the 2 attacking Jason. Neither of them have advantage. Oh, one of them will score a hit, so I will use my charge. Put shield up, giving me a 20 armor class, which unfortunately is still not enough because they rolled a 19 on die. So Jason does get hit once for maximum damage. Jason gets hit for 8 fucking damage, and he's already been hit once before. 8 plus 6, 14. That sucks.
I'm assuming there's fallen leaves in this castle.
Not in this area. If you're near one of the outer areas, yes. Not in this exact area, though. Because you're right in the middle, see?
You just never know what drifts in. Especially when you're in the middle of fucking woods and walls are dilapidated. That's why I ask.
2 are attacking you. Your armor class is 16. 1 miss, 1 hit. 6 damage. The Grick is attacking you. The Grick manages to hit you. It slashes you with its tentacle. You take an additional 12 damage.
Fuck. I'm hurting.
And now it gets its bite attack, which hits for 4 damage. How bad are you?
Not down, but close.
Jason's going to take effectively a free action. Big spells! That was all the enemies go. Goes to Jason's turn. Phantasmal Force, no. Dragon Scales, don't need the extra protection. Spirit Cartographer, I don't need that. Silver Spear. Silver Spear it is. Silver Spear the Grick. No, the Grick look extremely weak. So how can I do this? Magic Missile. I'll increase the level, so I get the extra dart, the extra missile itself. And Magic Missile cast at 1 level higher, I believe gives me 1 extra missile, or does it give me 2 extra missiles? Three D4 plus 1 creates 1 more dart. So
Question.
I have 4.
If something emanates from me, right?
Yes.
And I have somebody, and I grab them and pull them to
They're
me.
still hit.
They're still hit?
You have to be a specialist in evocation to be able to remove your allies from the effective area. Magic Missile. 1 dart, 1 missile to each of the goblins. so that way I can weaken them all. So this one takes 2. This one takes 3. This one takes 3. This one takes 5. They've all been weakened.
Goes back to my turn.
And then I'm going to move to here. No, if I do that, I'll get an AOO. Damn it.
Just hide behind me.
I'm going to have to hide behind you. This sucks. Your turn. Grick takes 9. The Grick drops.
Okay.
The Grick hits the ground, laboring to breathe, leaving just the goblins. 2 of them look exceptionally weak, as in a quill separated between the 2 of them should probably drop them, and conveniently it's these 2. These back 2 numbers are for these 2.
The ones that are right next to Jason.
They're both next to each of you. These are the first 2 numbers. These are the bottom 2 numbers. So technically Jason has this one and this one. You have this one and this one.
Do either of them already have clothes on me?
Neither of them do. If you target these 2 with your quills, you'll probably be able to drop both of them, considering your average roll and how weak they look. Only leaving 2 goblins left over to deal with and contend with.
Yeah. Big spells, but I'm not doing it.
Your big spells target individuals.
Yeah. No. Quill. He's gonna have to deal with it. It's no worse than when we went, don't light it on fire!
Firebolt! It worked. I knew exactly what I was doing. Full damage. 2.
6.
So how much damage to each of them? And which ones? Either these 2 or these 2.
The ones that are already injured.
They're all injured.
Really injured.
Okay, so these 2 look the worst injured. How are you splitting it? 3 and 3?
Might as well. I don't know what's gonna take them to go down.
They both drop. They both hit the ground. Told you they were severely injured. Their turn. Goes to these 2. Morale check. This one does this. Ah! This one boots it like a motherfucker all the way over to here. This one is staying and fighting and attacking Jason. +4, that's a miss. But because this one ran away, you can make an AOO against him. No, wait, he'll take his actual action. Yeah, he would have had to do that. So you can attack with your. You don't have any weapons drawn.
I have a shield.
You have a shield.
I can shield bash him.
You can try doing a shield bash on him.
Or I could just hand.
Your shield bash would do more damage. Your shield bash would do a d4 damage. Bludgeoning. Make your attack roll.
Is this plus strength? Yeah.
Yeah, strength plus proficiency since you are proficient in shields.
I'm probably not gonna hit. 10.
That's a miss. And Jason will attempt with his +1 to crack him with the glass staff. He actually hits! 16 + 1, 17. Jason manages to crack him in the head with the glass staff for 5 damage. Severely hurts him.
Is he slowed?
He still gets through this door and through this the whole next area. And then it goes to your turn.
Firebolt the running fucker. The one in front of me is getting all the quills.
Running fucker's out of range, so.
Yeah, but not necessarily his firebolt.
Actually, wait, after. That was their turn, so it is Jason's turn. It's not your turn. Jason is going to risk the AOO, and he's going to go to just on this other side of the door so you can still see him. Firebolt. 12 plus 5, 17. That's a hit. 1d10 damage.
All the damage?
9 damage. Drops him. Give me a second. I need to check the map real fast to see what's in that area, if anything.
Besides a running Jason?
There's nothing in that area. And the AOO from this guy on Jason when he leaves the area. That'll be a hit. Shield. And because it brings the armor class up to a 20, that becomes a miss. So Jason tries to move past him. Little goblin attacks with the short sword. Jason just turns around, extends the arm like that, and you see a shield form around the glass staff, which takes the hit, and he continues off on his way.
I go.
Top of the round. Yep.
Quill that fucker.
4.
3, 7.
Drops him. Now, I need a moment, because these guys weren't expecting you guys to take so damn long.
Actually, I was going to say, I'm stabbing the brick through the head until it's nearly gone.
Okay.
I want to make sure that thing's fucking gone.
Uzgrim is going to kick the door down. Kick down the door! Step number 1 fails. He'll be assisted with Sildar. Number 2 actually kicks the door down, bursts the door open, and this is what they get to see whenever they go on the other side. 4 hobgoblins had secured the room, holding the door shut, putting barrels and crates in front of it to make sure that the door can't actually open easily. Monster Manual. Brick. Hobgoblin. And let's see how these guys can actually fare against 4 hobgoblins with arms and armor and shields. Once per turn, the hobgoblin can deal an extra 2d6 damage to a creature it hits with a melee attack if that creature is within 5 feet of an ally of the hobgoblin that isn't incapacitated. Damn!
They would have only been away from us for like a minute.
That was...
So, like, our fight was about a minute.
Yeah, so they still have about...
a minute to wait for us.
6, and then you guys come back, and you can get up to this door on 7. So on turn 7 is whenever you guys can deal with that door. Alright? So, Sildar's initiative.
Why don't you just keep the same initiative?
I'm keeping your same initiative. Sildar has a 15. Uthgrim has an 11. Tybalt has a 7. Now you have that 17. So, bing. Down to 6. And you're doing all of that. Enemies go. They push the door down because these guys were sitting in wait. They had the advantage for the first attack. Only one of them can really attack through the door because they're all medium-sized creatures. So he is attacking with the longsword. Hobgoblin attacking Sildar with a longsword is +3 to hit. And Sildar is within 5 feet of an ally hobgoblin that isn't incapacitated, so it can do an extra 2d6 damage if it hits. So +3 to Sildar's armor class of 16. That's a 20. That is a hit. So extra 2d6 damage on top of the damage of the longsword, which is a d8, and the strength modifier is that. So 11, 12, 20 damage to Sildar. That almost takes Sildar down in one single hit. Ow! Hobgoblins are fucking dangerous in 5th edition. This one can't do anything, so he's just going to hold and hope in the fact that if someone pushes their way in, they get attacked.
This is about to jump. Ooh! Come on, wake up!
This guy is going to not shoot an arrow. They will each hold under the condition that if people shove their way in, and this hobgoblin is out of range, i.e. not acting as cover, they'll each loose their longbow at whoever comes in into the area. That's their turn. 17. Sildar with a 15. Sildar is
How's your chest feeling, by the way?
fine.
It's not bruised or anything? You can't see over your beard.
No, can't. I have to move the beard.
Bearded man problems.
Bearded man problems. Sildar doesn't know what they're holding their attacks for, so Sildar is going to shove his way in.
I take it Tybalt at this point is going. This Tybalt's not stupid.
And that's a natural 20 for his strength check.
Yeah, Sildar is meant to die.
Sildar is meant to die, because Sildar successfully shoves this orc in and back, or hobgoblin in and back 5 feet. Sildar comes in and gets 2 arrows and an attack.
Tybalt's face palming, isn't he?
Yep. If it hits with a weapon attack, if creatures within 5 feet, once per turn, the hobgoblin can deal an extra 2d6 damage to a creature if it hits with a weapon attack if that creature is within 5 feet of an ally of the hobgoblin. So that even accounts to bows. These guys will not use it. They're going to hold off, but this guy is going to use it. But these guys are attacking. So, +3. Natural 20 with a longbow. A miss with a longbow. So that's 2d8 damage with a longbow, +1. So 5 more damage. That alone is going to drop Sildar to 0. But then the other one attacks at the same moment. 13, that's a 16. Armor class is a 16. That's a hit. He will use the martial advantage because he wants to drop one of you guys guaranteed. 9, 10, 16 more damage. That doesn't kill him outright, but Sildar is now down to 0. Sildar hits the ground dying. But because that actually constitutes that, Sildar has a death check. Because one of the attacks drops him to 0.
And it was a critical. So instead of giving 2, it goes that?
I rolled it first. So no, because that was the attack that dropped him. The sword attack that hits him on his way down counts as the second one. If I'd done it in the reverse order,
He'd have 2.
then he'd have 2. That sucks for Sildar. Tybalt, is it his turn? 15. Jason, no. Uthgrim. Uthgrim is going to rage. So he gets the +2 damage and the advantage on strength checks and such. Come in and go straight over to this bastard. And
did Sildar even damage the one that he hit?
no, he shoved him into the room so that way they could actually have an opening to get in.
Why didn't he make a flank with the other guy or something? Use his fucking brain.
Because he wanted to create an opening so you guys could actually get into the room and stop being choked. You can't have a choke point.
I would have just backed up and let them come out and bottleneck themselves.
They might not have come out and bottleneck. They have the advantage. You have to fight past the advantage.
I still think Sildar did dumb.
Out of game, he did what you're supposed to do. Why would you give up a strategic advantage? Oh, you've done this. Okay, you know what they do for their turn? They shut the door and re-barricade it. Your turn. You break the door open. Another arrow shot. They shut the door again. You have to fight your way in. That's how you, it's called pressing the advantage. You don't want to have them have this room. You have to push your way in. Usually the person pushing dies.
Sucks.
Medieval warfare sucks. If you want to take a castle, you have to send all your fucking pawns in first because they have to push their way in to breach the front gate, the front wall. Once the majority of them die, but they manage to actually breach that wall, Then you can get in, then you send in your heavy hitters, your actual troops in good armor, your actual infantry, not your militia. The first wave always dies. That's what they're designed for. They just don't tell you that. So Uthgrim is getting in, and he's going to flat up attack one of them. He will reckless attack, because I need to make sure that these things die. They have that many hit points each, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the room. 1, 2. Reckless attack. Successful hit. 4, 8 damage. He injures one of them. Goes to Tybalt. Tybalt's coming right to here, and Tybalt is going to Fiery Eyes and target who should he fucking target? Fuck it. Precision of Arms. I'll cast my spell Precision of Arms. Increase my critical range. That's all Tybalt's doing. Because there's too many of them to do the precision attack with. When I get them down to 2, then I can do the Fiery Eyes, but... start of a new round. You drop down to 5. That's you. Enemies go.
Tree across the road is really pretty.
Attack, Uthgrim, attack, Uthgrim.
It's really changed color in the past few days.
Both attacks against Uthgrim. Miss. The attacks against Tybalt from these two guys. This hobgoblin actually trips over Sildar and some of the boxes and crates and stuff that was in them that has spewed out onto the ground whenever you burst your way in, and actually ends up falling prone on the ground, dropping his weapon as well into the mass of boxes and crates and crap. And the other one is a 17, and Tybalt's armor class is an 18, so that's a miss. They both miss. Sildar, death check. Uthgrim. Oh wait, he did a reckless attack. I gotta roll them again. So only one would have successfully hit Uthgrim. One.
Fucking nose.
Resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. So I take half damage because I'm raging. So 8, 9, half of 9 is 4. Uthgrim takes 4 damage. Because I'm finally raging. And then Uthgrim is going to reckless attack and attack the one he's already hit. Because of reckless, he actually hits. For maximum damage. 12 damage. He drops one. Thank God. And then it goes, this one has now been taken care of. And after Uthgrim it goes to Tybalt, who is going to attack. And not the one that's prone. Precision of Arms, Book of Lost Spells. I think it only lasts for a minute. You score critical instead of oneself action. So he's going to attack. Oh yeah, critical hit! Thank you to Precision of Arms. 19 is a critical hit. 19 fucking hits. I get an extra bonus dot for damage. So that's the 1d8 from the longsword, plus an extra 1d8 from critical, plus an extra 1d8 from Precision of Arms. All plus 4. 1, 3, 6, 10, 14 damage. Still enough to drop one. Tybalt drops this one. And then Tybalt will then move in, because this guy is prone, and stand right here so that way he can help attack either or of them. And then it goes from Tybalt to the start of a new round. 4. And enemies. This guy stands up and grabs his secondary weapon, which is just, from the looks of it, a dagger. This one here is going to attack. He's stuck in a corner.
He just went for absolutely no reason.
He doesn't know who he's going to attack. Uthgrim has dropped 1. Tybalt has dropped 1. Both of them are a threat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uthgrim. Uthgrim gets attacked. Uthgrim does not get hit. This guy will attack Tybalt. Misses Tybalt. Then it goes to Sildar. Death check. And then it goes to Uthgrim. Reckless attack. Miss.
God, you hate pinchy fingers.
Tybalt attacks.
So much.
Miss. She hates pinchy fingers. I don't know why. Goes to the next attack. That one's going to attack Uthgrim. Miss.
Can you hear her little snort?
Going to attack Tybalt. Miss.
Yes.
Uthgrim has a 17 armor class. Tybalt has an 18 armor class.
Still.
It's hard to hit them. Sildar has stabilized. Uthgrim, reckless attack. Yes! 7 damage. Tybalt's going to attack that one. That's a hit, but not critical, for 8 damage. Start a new round. You're almost up. You're almost up. Attack Uthgrim, because he can't do anything. That's a miss. Attacks Tybalt. That's a critical hit against Tybalt. Fuck.
At least we all have berries.
Yeah, well, I take 7 damage off because of my freaking temporary hit points. So 7 damage off is the actual damage rolled. 3, 3, and 1. So Tybalt takes 1 actual damage. But my temporary hit points are gone temporarily. And it goes to...
Didn't he drop 1 last turn, though?
Yeah, but then he dropped 1. 3 turns later, got hit.
Ah.
So he had the temporary hit points, and he just lost them. Because he took 8 damage, and he lost to 7. So now it goes to... Uthgrim's turn. Reckless attack. Both misses, a 3 and a 3. Goes to Tybalt's turn. After getting hit and only taking 1 point of damage from an obvious critical hit, Tybalt's going to look at him, fiery eyes. You really need to do a lot better than that if you think to defeat a demon.
He always lies. He's such a liar.
He's a demon. Demons lie.
He's not a demon. He's a tiefling.
Yes, but with fiery eyes, he looks like a demon.
He at best is like, if I took 1 drop of Pepsi and dropped it into a bottle of pop, or a bottle of water, that's how much demon he is.
Yes, but his opponents don't necessarily know that, because he could be a demon in disguise, and whenever he goes fiery eyes...
This has to do with color pigmentation. Dark Pepsi, light water, it's going to darken a little bit.
On top of the fact that he got hit with a critical hit and took 1 point of damage.
That was luck.
It was luck, but from an in-game perspective, it's intimidating. Wisdom saving throw.
That luck is the equivalent of rolling a car 5 times and walking out with no injuries.
And wisdom saving throw for these guys is a 0. He's incapacitated. The eyes glow in a fiery red.
Every time I say incapacitated, I just have the image of that person with that like rotating disc waving, "You are getting sleepy," and then that person's eyes fall spirally.
He's incapacitated for one full round.
Oh, Sheldon wants a cuddle apparently.
Hey, what's up?
She stops.
What's up, Shosho? And after Tybalt goes for a full round, so until Tybalt goes again, this guy's incapacitated. Goes to a 1. As soon as the next turn starts, you guys are there. Alright? The last round, you're not there. So it goes to the enemies first. One can't do anything. The other one's going to attack Uthgrim. And the other one hits Uthgrim. Because his friend is incapacitated, he doesn't get the advantage of the martial bonus of 2d6 damage. Uthgrim takes 8 because he's a barbarian. Uthgrim takes 4 because he takes half damage from slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing weapons. And then it goes to Sildar is stabilized, and then it goes to Uthgrim's turn. The one that's incapacitated, that can't defend himself, I have an automatic advantage on that attack roll. I'm attacking. That's a successful hit.
I thought that lasted for 10 minutes.
No, the spell lasts for, I think, like 10 minutes, but if you get incapacitated, it only lasts for 1 round. But then I can look at you again, make another saving throw, and I can keep you incapacitated if you keep failing. Uthgrim hits. Incapacitated orc, or incapacitated hobgoblin takes 12 damage. Incapacitated hobgoblin drops to the ground. Goes to Tybalt's turn. Tybalt will then turn and look at the other one that is not dead or dying, and slash him. Normal hit. 4 and 4 is 8. It's enough to drop him. The exact same amount of time it took you guys, and now the whole start of a new round. Your turn. You open up the door, and they literally just finished. You watch the last hobgoblin drop to the ground. Tybalt looks over at you. Sildar's down. He needs curing.
I'm taking my health potion, drinking it myself, grabbing Sildar's berries and cramming them all in his mouth.
How many berries does he have?
6.
6. So he's
And how much does a potion of heal give me?
2d4 plus 2. Sildar wakes up, and
I actually
Chasen.
rolled max.
Okay. Chasen is going to take his 1 potion of healing that he has left.
Yeah.
And he's drinking it. 6, 7, 8. Chasen gets back 8 hit points. So it means he's
Why is
taking
it plus
6.
2?
Because it is just plus 2. 2d4 plus 2 is what a basic level potion of healing gives you.
Who else is hurt?
Tybalt. I'm good. I'm fine.
You're fine. Jason, you
I.
You're good now?
Uthgrim just looks. I am fairly injured.
Eat your berries.
He'll eat his 6 berries, bringing him to 15 damage taken. And I need to check to see how long he's exhausted for after he comes out of a rage. Can you go let the girls out for a second?
Not when Shona's growling at a cat. No. That's stupid.
Let her at the front.
How stupid do you think that dog is? She'll just go to the end of her leash, try and look around the house, fail, and bark for minutes on end. No.
Danger sense, primal path, rage. It lasts for 1 minute. If it ends early, you are knocked unconscious, and your turn ends, and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. You can also end your rage on your turn as a bonus action. Once you rage, the number of times showing barbarian column, barbarian rage finishes on rage again. Doesn't say he's exhausted or anything like that.
Weird.
It's when you go to the full-on, like, berserker rage, you come out of it exhausted. And you can also do something. He has what ability? He doesn't have any ability yet for that, but
I'm taking 4 of my berries.
so this room seems to have been cleared out. Sildar is just going to stand up.
Wait, how many berries do we have left amongst us? I have 2. You have 4. You have 4.
Seriously,
10.
I haven't taken any of them yet. Tilbolt's like, neither have I.
So 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 10. I gave Sildar all his. Uthgrim's taken all his. So, do you guys mind each giving one of them 2? So we
Giving
all
who?
have 2.
They will. So everyone now has 2. You've cleared out a good chunk of this place. And one goblin has gotten away. The one that you injured. It's at 1 hit point. And he's like, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone. He's running, he's fucking leaving. That's the second time he's damn near died.
Maybe he'll think again before joining stupid cults.
Uthgrim just looks. You cleared out that area?
Yeah. There's gonna be something you're gonna want a piece of, I'm assuming. Tybalt?
So you see Sildar look over, see him pick up a piece of armor. Huh.
What?
My armor. This is where they took all my stuff. You hear from Sildar. You see him rummage through. You eventually see him come out with a sword. An actual sword. Slings it over his shoulder.
Tybalt, come look at this thing. Going out with my quarterstaff and poking the Greg.
Okay. Tybalt looks at it. What the hell is that?
Evil.
Jason looks over. It's called a grick. They're nasty little buggers.
I'm cutting out its beak. How big is it?
It's medium size, so it's like a 6 or 7 foot long creature.
So the beak would be like the size of our hands.
Yeah, about that. The beak is pretty damn big.
Jason?
Yeah.
Its beak is hinged.
You think you can do something with it?
Cuts the beak out, because beaks are hollow for the most part, because they're just hollow bone like horns. Going over to Sildar, shove it over the hands of the gauntlet.
It'll work for stabbing things.
Sharp.
And as all of you make your way into this room, the only real exit you can go to is this one. You've cleared out this whole section of the keep. Jason just comes down into this area.
So back into the room where we saw. Ish.
Yeah, we're pretty much back where we started. Grim just comes into here and looks around. And that means we press forward. That way.
Which way is that way? The door?
This way. As he's pointing. That door there, or up through that hall.
I vote up.
Sildar is just sitting back here going, I am too injured to take a front in anything, unless you want to cast a cure spell on me. Do you have the mana for it?
How injured is injured?
Very. I might be able to take 1 hit if I'm lucky.
Eight and 7.
8 and 7 is
Plus
15.
3.
18. So he's only taking effectively 9 damage. There we go.
3 mana from me.
Thank you, Kyron. I feel much, much better. Much, much better. Tybalt looks back over at you. Door?
I'm No, I'm thinking a little pathway up.
Pathway up?
Yeah, we might be able to hug the perimeter.
Alright, pathway up it is.
Because we've already done the middle. If we go around the outside, we'll probably get it done quicker.
I'm gonna let the girls out. So you quick run to the washroom. And
Hey,
then
how much coffee did you drink?
3 cups.
So 6 on the pot.
Yeah, up to the 6th line.
No wonder you always need to go. You want me to let them back in?
Yeah. I'll look out first. Can you go pee? Riri, I am grieving over the loss of my Aaron Moore Blake.
Oh my god! Moss or rainbow yarn?
Moss. I'm supposed to do that. It's required. It's required husband behavior.
Intermission. Brisa, stop it. Don't get off my heat pad. I love you too. Now move.
So,
You zombie now?
Arrgh.
Grrr.
Arrgh. So when you make your way up into that area that you pointed at that you want to go to, it looks like it's, again, part of the wall is caved in, and it looks like it's actually been specifically cleared away and is used as a secondary entrance into this place. No, it's easy to see from this side, but you can see coverings on the outside of it. So obviously they have cleared it, and then from the outside perspective, taken means to conceal it to the best of their ability. Mostly collapsed in, ground floor still has some open space, but there's lots of rubble and debris around here, though. Other than that, it's a pretty basic area. There's not much here. Except a door on the rightmost wall.
Cleared this area. Continue through.
Tybalt steps to here.
I'm going with him.
Uthgrim steps right adjacent to him. Sildar is going onto the other side of him. And you're going in behind them, as is Jason behind you. And Tybalt, who has the highest armor class, is going to attempt to kick open the door and then loot the room. Kicks open the door without a problem, and just as fast as he kicks open the door, a hall is revealed.
A lowly hall.
With a turn to your right, as well as another door directly adjacent, across the way. Uthgrim goes to here.
Jason,
Yeah.
go to the right. Is that where you went to chase that goblin that you firebolted?
Jason comes down, peers around the corner. Yeah, that's where he went.
Was that place clear-ish?
I could only see him. If the goblin went there, then I'm assuming that he went there for support and backup. There doesn't appear to be anybody down there right now, though.
Then we'll continue ahead to the door.
Uthgrim goes to the side of the door. Tybalt goes in front of the door. Sildar goes behind them.
You guys doing that as agreeance?
Tybalt looks back, just nods his head yes. Shield up, sword in hand. Kicks the door open as best as he can with his foot/shield. Natural 20 plus the 3. He easily breaks the door open. And unfortunately, in this case, just as fast as he breaks the door open, something bad happens.
That's a trap.
It is a trap. Just as fast as he kicks the door open, the room opens up to reveal 2 hobgoblins ready and waiting, both with bows that are positioned so that way they can both shoot at him as soon as the door gets kicked open. And a couple other things also get revealed, which I'll explain before I do any of the resolutions of the damage and such. From what you can see, this area has been set up to be basically a primary living space. It's got nice thick furs on the floor, nice big thick furs on the walls to keep the warmth in. There's what looks like trophies of animal skins and heads on the walls from what looks like hunts. There's a giant bed on the northern side of it with some coals and a small little fire pit that's been made to keep things warm and cook food, obviously. To the right of the entrance of the room is a table with some chairs and such and some papers and parchments on it as well. But down on the right-hand side, down near where the table is, you can see a dwarf.
Is it Gundren?
It's Gundren. Badly beaten and barely alive. Damn it. You also see, because you're going to see it here eventually, a bugbear up in the upper left-hand corner. You see what looks like a 2-headed demon hound, 2 hobgoblins, and what looks like a drow wrapped in robes. Female drow wrapped in robes.
I'm assuming that is Black Widow.
Black Spider.
I'm saying widow. I've said widow all along. I'm still saying widow.
So now let's deal with the hobby goblins. The hobby goblins! Hobby goblins, hobby goblins! 2 arrow shots coming at Tybalt. Arrow number 1 Arrow number 2. Arrow number 2 hits. Now, how does the martial proficiency work with the hobgoblins again? That creature is within 5 feet of a hobgoblin ally, which that creature is not. So, Tybalt takes 9 damage. Tybalt has the temporary hit points because he recently dropped one, so Tybalt takes 2 damage. Looks good. Tybalt takes 2 damage. And I'm just going to keep the same initiative orders. Instead of making... Actually, this is the final fight, so I'm not going to keep the initiative orders. I need to get this book, I need this book, and I need...
The penis?
I have a penis.
You need deep penis?
Alright.
Oh, you were sleep talking and walking and stuff in your sleep last night, by the way.
Sleepwalking?
Moving.
What did I do?
A lot.
I remember that.
Yeah, you were also talking and poking and shoving and rolling around and got up to go to the bathroom at one point and you're doing that thing where you sleep with your eyes open and stare at me with your mouth open like that girl from The Ring that was really fucking creepy.
Alright, so that's that. And the drow has... How many hit points? The hobgoblins have this for hit points. The evil demon dog and the bugbear is all that's left. And then I'll be able to actually start this encounter.
The demon dog's highly ineffective at chewing its own ass and running away.
For the bugbear. Now, based on how bugbears advance, that means he can't be a basic bugbear because they don't have the capability of having 45 hit points. 5d8, 45, yeah, that means he has maximum. So, yeah, no. So let's go and add another, because that makes no fucking sense. Let's increase into a challenge rating 3 to give him that.
Did you just amp up something again?
No, I amped up his challenge rating. Because apparently a challenge rating 1 bugbear that has 45 hit points, considering the 45 hit points is maximum hit points for a bugbear.
The odds of that are slim.
Yeah, so I just gave him 2 extra levels to account for having near maximum hit points. Because that's a little bit more logical and believable. And I need to get the demon dog. Demon dog has that much. And it's on page 322.
Clue. Arg!
Why are you arguing?
Sticking.
So I need you to roll up for me your initiative.
Once I get the moss off my fingers? Sure. 18. Wasn't that the same I had last time?
No, you had 20 last time.
I had an 18 on die.
Jason has 14 to Tybalt has 19. Uthgrim has 10. Your enemies will have a combined of a 10, and Sildar has an 18. So, Tybalt goes first. Kind of suiting, considering Tybalt's technically actually in the doorway. So, repelling blast, or the hobgoblin that's down by the table, so that way he goes flying through the table and has to get up.
Is there leaves in this room?
This room? No. It's
No.
spotless. It's been made spotless because it's a primary living quarters. So it's going to come in and then Eldritch Blast, repelling Eldritch Blast.
Would my spell be able to gather any leaves from outside the murder holes?
No.
I'm trying.
I know. You should carry some leaves with you. Like a big bag of just leaves. So when you need the spell, you can just take the bag and just toss it. Like a fishing net full of leaves. Just toss it so it opens up, and then you have leaves to fuel your spell. 10 damage. That hobgoblin is down to 1 hit point, goes flying 10 feet back. And it's only 8 feet to the wall, so he will take an extra d6 damage from impacting the table and the wall. 4. That renders the hobgoblin down. 1 hobgoblin is down. Next initiative goes to 18. Sildar and your character.
Well, let's see who goes slightly first.
Sildar has a 7.
I have 10.
All Sildar is doing is coming in. So 4, 9, and then he's coming over to get close to the drow on the far side. So that's all. Sildar is just going straight over here and then attacking the drow.
Am I close to the drow?
You're here.
Who's on either side of the drow?
That is a unconscious and dying hobgoblin that crashed through a table, so this table's all turned over and disheveled. And it's going to take you 8 feet plus moving through, so 18 feet you're up to, and then you have another 12 feet to move around in this area.
I don't want to move around in that area. I just want to go by the door so I can cast a spell.
Yeah, you can go right to here if you wanted to. Within range. What spell are you casting?
I have my shield up, so. Bye-bye armor.
Moonbeam?
Considering it's a drow, I'm hoping that there's something there. Moon.
Yeah.
Moon, divine magic. I'm hoping.
Casting Moonbeam? Yeah. Boom, 20 experience. It's not a drow.
What is it?
It's a doppelganger. So the fact that you grabbed Moonbeam, which is potent against shape changers, and it's a doppelganger, that was pretty fucking lucky. Moonbeam is in what book?
PHP.
Thank you. I know that shape changers have a disadvantage on their saving throw check, and it's Dex, correct?
5-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder. Creature enters or starts their con for half.
And it starts their turn, so it's on your turn and when they start their turn.
Yeah, 2d10.
Which is a good thing that you're going before they are. You're within range.
What do I have to? Do I just roll this? Or
Just grab your 2d10. Now, this is a second level spell, so you can't cast it any higher as of yet. Shape Changer makes a saving throw with a disadvantage. The Shape Changer, the doppelganger. You didn't know that. I even used the icon representing a drow. You had no way of knowing that was a doppelganger. Good pick. If it fails, it instantly reverts to its natural form. And what's your save DC? 14?
Yes.
I think it went up, didn't it, because you increased your wisdom?
Yes. Spell attack bonus, whatever that is.
No, it's the next one. Go up.
14. It's 14.
It is 14? And the doppelganger has any bonus to wisdom saving throws or con saving throws? No, con
What's
is
that
plus 2.
bonus go for?
What?
Spell attack bonus.
If you have to make an attack roll with a spell, like Silver Spear, then you use that plus bonus. And it has a disadvantage. Boom! And because it has to take the disadvantage, it fails. So you see it shift out of the form of a drow into the form of something else. Chasen immediately recognizes it because Chasen has a 17 and this thing only has a... That's a doppelganger. They're tough, so be careful.
6 and 9, 15.
So doppelganger takes 15 damage. So 15, 35, 37. That is your turn. Sildar is attacking said doppelganger. Sildar misses. Chasen with a 14. Bugbear, big ass demon dog, which he doesn't know anything about. Hobgoblin, bugbear, demon dog. There's so many fucking things. That two-headed demon dog. Silver Spear. Chasen is going to move here, so there's 4, and then 24, and then I got 6 feet of movement.
This is me looking for your approval.
Give me a second. I like that. It's like a little teardrop shape. Silver Spear to the demon dog. I gotta do the dog.
Ew. Sorry.
That is easily a hit. And 3d10 damage. So Silver Spear is an awesome spell. I rolled awesome. 24 damage to the dog.
See, I didn't ready Silver Spear because I know that Chasen keeps it.
And Uthgrim goes at the same time as the enemies. Who goes slightly first? Uthgrim does. Awesome. Uthgrim is going to go 10, 20. That gives me 10 feet of movement. So he's just going to move right in between the hobgoblin and the doppelganger. And he's going to attack the doppelganger. Rage is a bonus action. Reckless attack. Glad I did a reckless attack. That's a hit. So I get this 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 11 damage to Doppelganger. Doppelganger takes a pretty big hit from the barbarian. And now it goes to the enemy's turns. So right off the bat, I want to deal with the Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is going to attack Uthgrim because he's right in the middle. And if he attacks Uthgrim, he gets his ability because one of his allies is on the other side of him. Even with taking the advantage, he still misses. 7 and a 13. Even with the bonus, he still misses. So that is the Hobgoblin done. The Doppelganger. Magically, the surface thoughts of all within 60 feet penetrate. It can't get anybody by surprise, so it has a +6 to hit with a slam attack, and it has a sword on its side.
What does a doppelganger look like?
An asexual
somebody do encasing?
Yeah. He's going to. Uthgrim looks like the biggest threat, but there's 2 heavily armored people and a fucking wizard.
3 somewhat armored.
2 heavily armored.
Yeah, and then 1 somewhat armored.
What's his dex? Yeah, he's going to go, because there's an unconscious hobgoblin here, he's going to take his move action to grab the bow and an arrow and shoot Chasen.
Oh, don't forget he takes damage because he's in my beam.
Yeah, he's starting his turn in your beam. And he's moving down to here for his turn to shoot
Which
Chasen.
is still in my beam.
It's this area, but he started his turn within it, so he takes 10 damage.
Wouldn't it be the same damage I did last time?
No, because every turn you have to roll.
Okay.
And I think he gets a save every time.
Not that it really fucking matters.
It does make a Constitution save, but it has a negative. Disadvantage causes him to fail.
7 and 9.
16 damage to the doppelganger. Grabs the bow, shoots Chasen. That's a +6. Chasen has an armor class of 15.
The shield was up.
Yeah.
How long does the shield stay
1
up?
turn. But I'll use the shield again from the staff. But that's a 19 on die, so it would still hit. So Chasen gets shot with a bow for a d6 plus 4, or d8 plus 4 damage. Chasen gets shot for 10 damage.
I know, it's a school bus.
I don't have any reactionary spells that I can cast.
Well, you do, but you already cast them.
Yeah, cast it from the glass staff. Staff of defense. That was the hobgoblin done. That is the drow done. Oh, in this case, doppelganger.
He can heal himself.
Yeah, you can heal up to 2 hit points from that, but his concern is dropping that doppelganger. Now it goes to these 2. This demon 2-headed dog is coming over here and down and is attacking Tybalt. This bugbear is coming straight down to here to attack Uthgrim because he doesn't want to go through that beam and get hit. He saw it hurt his friend. Actually, he will go to here and attack Sildar so that way he can still give the hobgoblin's benefit. Yeah, that's what he'll do. And he'll attack Sildar.
You realize Tybalt's going to be pissed that this dog is racist. Demon dog goes to the demon. Probably goes, oh, look at the master.
+4 to hit. 7 plus 4 is 11.
I'm going to piss myself when that dog
Shank
rolls
hits
over.
the shield.
I really am. If that dog rolls over and goes, pat my belly, I'm going to laugh.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Because it registers he is a demon and goes, oh, well, my master's over there failing and this one's still good. This one's my master. Because you know how dogs sometimes do that? They're weird fucking creatures.
Two-headed hound that roams plains that is in the Underdark. Haste. That dog saliva carries a foul disease. Infects flesh, rots to the bone. And it's going to attack. Multi-attack. Dog makes 2 bite attacks because it has 2 heads. +4. That's an 18. That's a hit. That's a 14. That's a miss. One of the heads succeeds in a bite. And I dropped a hobgoblin, so I have the 7 hit points. 7 temporary hit points. Yay! 3, 4, 5. I have 2 temporary hit points remaining. I take no damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed at a Constitution saving throw of 12. Shouldn't be too hard. Done. Or become poisoned. So, Tybalt's fine for the moment.
That explains where they've been getting their poison, though.
Yep.
Hey, doggy, drool on this.
Exactly. So, that is that one, and that one. That is all the enemies done. Next initiative goes to start of a new round. Tybalt gets to go first. Dog, hobgoblin. Dog, hobgoblin. Dog.
Dog bit him.
Dog bit him. 2 heads on the dog.
Yeah, and it shares one common heart. Body.
Yeah. Natural fucking 20! plus 4 damage. 7 and 4 is 11 damage to the dog. Dog is severely, severely wounded. That is Tybalt done.
So is it whimpering?
Yeah.
Like this one does when I touch your ears?
Not as high pitched and girly, but yes.
Oh, look at that! I'm touching her ear and he's not whining. You broken? Normally you hate it when people touch your ears.
Sildar
I
and
don't know why
Chiron.
you hate it.
What are you doing, love?
It might still squeak if I touch this one. Nope, don't care. Good girl. There, you broke. What's in front of me?
What's in front of you? Tybalt. After Tybalt, you see a hobgoblin, the death dog.
Oh! Can I still...
See?
Is the drow down? No.
The doppelganger's down there with a bow that's trying to attack.
I can move my moonbeam to him without hitting anybody, yeah?
You can move it for your action, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I can move it without hitting anybody.
Yeah, you can move it up to 60 feet, and it's right here. So, and it's a 5-foot radius, so it's from this square, well, it'll be from about here, 5-foot radius, 5-foot radius.
It's meant not to hit Sildar.
So the thing is still in it, because it's a 5-foot radius, right? So this is the uttermost reach, 5, 5, 5, 5. So it's basically this whole area here. And he would have had to move to here to escape it.
My
But
own spell does not affect me, correct?
not you, but if you move it to hit the doppelganger, you're going to hit Chasen.
I thought that was me.
No. Dragon, Chiron, Chasen, Chiron, Chasen.
Can I move it next to him and, like, behind him almost, so it's, like, mostly in the wall?
It's a beam of light. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to move it down one and then over. Just a beam of light.
It's a column.
It does holy damage. So go right ahead. You'll just be damaging the walls a bit with some holy light. So it has to make a saving throw of 14, disadvantage. It makes it half damage.
7.
14. So it has that many hit points left. It's badly injured and almost dead. And then it goes to, are you moving for your turn? Getting deeper into the room?
Not with that dog, no.
Okay.
That would open me up to an AOO, and hell no.
Sildar is going to attack the hobgoblin. Natural fucking 20. Plus, offhand doesn't get his damage bonus, unfortunately, because he's not proficient. So the hobgoblin takes or the bugbear takes 7 damage. Shove from shield mastery. 20. And this hobgoblin is pushed back and onto the ground. And then he's going to stand over him.
Were there in that room? 2 plus a dog? Or
This
4?
room, 2 plus a dog. You've taken out one of the hobgoblins so far. A hobgoblin, a bugbear, a doppelganger, and a death dog is the technical term. It just looks like a demon dog because it's got 2 heads and whatnot. Oh, that's Sildar's turn. And Sildar will take his action surge, which he has not done yet. Because he's just pushed the bugbear down and stepped over him for his turn for his move action. He'll take his action surge, which he has not done yet, to take the extra attack. Now that he's standing over him and has advantage, and the guy's prone, attack. Another hit. Not critical, though. For 5 more damage to the bugbear. And after Sildar, Chasen. Chasen's in a bad way. What spells do I have? I can't move anywheres without getting hurt.
He could go into my light. It might hurt him, it might not. Holy.
I can silver spear him. Silver Spear, I think, is what I will do because I'm pretty sure Silver Spear has an added effect against shapeshifters.
Makes sense. I completely forgot Moonbeam had something against shapeshifters.
Well, you didn't know it was a shapeshifter.
Yeah, but I completely forgot Moonbeam had something against shapeshifters to begin with.
They have a disadvantage on their saving throw, and it forces them to their native form if they fuck up.
Yeah, because I remember now, because I remember asking me, does that mean if I've shifted while I'm a druid into an animal? You're like, no, not unless you shift into something that can shift. So I shift. If I, say, upgraded my wild shape, and I could shift myself into a werewolf, it would put me back into a druid.
You conjure a shimmering spear, throw it at one of the creatures you can see, make a ranged attack against it. This hits it as a silver weapon. No, it just gets treated as a silver weapon, so it's against lycanthropes. But I will make my attack roll. That is a hit. 3d10 damage, which was critical. 11, 20 damage to the doppelganger. That drops the doppelganger. It is on the ground dying. And now that it's on the ground dying, it goes to Uthgrim. He's on the ground. Uthgrim is going to...
If you did go through its turn, it would still take more damage because it's still in my beam.
I know. But they're going here in a second after Uthgrim goes.
I wasn't sure if he went before or after.
Reckless attack against the hobgoblin. Natural 20.
I have a sparkle on my nose and it's driving me nuts.
So I got 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 15 damage to the hobgoblin. That drops that hobgoblin. I don't have any bonus actions I can take, but I do have an action surge that I can take for being a second level fighter with Uthgrim. So by having the action surge, Uthgrim is going to then move up to the demon dog, because he still has his move action that he hasn't taken yet, and then take the action surge to attack the demon dog with a successful hit for 13 damage, which drops the demon dog. The demon dog is worth 200 experience. Only leaving the bugbear left alive. And it goes to their turn. You do damage, but you can't do enough damage to the doppelganger, but you do give it an automatic death check. You can't do enough damage to kill it outright, so it doesn't matter. You need to do 52 damage, and you can only do a maximum of 20. But the battle's pretty much over because it goes to Tybalt's turn. Tybalt's coming in here, standing over that downed bugbear. Advantage. Stabby, stabby. Look at this. You can't. 21. Critical hit. 3, 4. That's 11. That's 15 damage. Your turn and Sildar's turn. Sildar's just stabbing the bugbear since he has advantage on him. It's a successful hit for 4 more damage. What are you doing? This bugbear is going to die in a second because he's being ganged up on. Everyone's just crawling on top of him. Dog is dying. Hobgoblin is dying. Doppelganger is dying.
Where are my friends?
Sildar, Tybalt, Uthgrim, Jason. And all right here is your moonbeam.
I am swinging the moonbeam around so it's behind everybody. So if that goblin tries to run backwards without it knowing, it's going to back into moonbeam.
Gotcha. Smart. Next initiative, Jason. Firebolt.
Try to knock it backwards.
20 and 1 again.
Except the other way around.
Yeah. 13 damage. Bugbear has 1 hit point remaining. And it's Uthgrim's turn. Uthgrim just turns around. Advantage shot. Successful hit. 1d. 1, 3, 5. Alright, everything's gonna went black. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up. Uthgrim hits! 12 damage! That's enough to knock the bugbear down. Hey, look at my hair. Hey, look at that bald spot.
Do happy dance. You're weird.
I don't care. But the bugbear now drops. Bugbear is dying. First hobgoblin is dead because he was in the moonbeam. Second hobgoblin stabilizes. Doggy will end up dying. The little frickin' what do you call it? Doppelganger stabilizes.
At least this doppelganger didn't get anybody thrown in jail for something they didn't do. That dude that looks like you in town that got you arrested?
Yes. And the bugbear stabilizes. So all of them stabilize. Stabilized. 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 Stabilized.
Room is cleared.
Room is cleared. Gundren is alive and stable.
Guys.
Just barely, though.
Guys.
Yeah.
Move all the corpses into the center.
Puts the corpses into the center. Tibble picks up the bugbear. Sword. Shank! Shank!
Okay. I want to do something here.
He was still breathing.
Yes. Throw them all in.
Tosses them all in.
Moonbeam over them.
They flail and such, and then they eventually die.
Holding it there for the remainder until it flitters out.
Sildar goes over, rolls over Gundren, puts 2 good berries into him.
I'm drawing my scimitar. I don't trust the dwarf.
Gundren wakes up going, ugh. Sildar, what the fuck happened? I thought they took you away, lad.
I'm walking over and looking down at him.
By the mind, you're still alive. I am glad I hired you. As he sits up against the wall. Tibble goes over, grabs a chair, turns the chair and sits down on it.
Yet you hired the other 2 fucks.
I did not hire them. Sildar did. What happened with them?
They tried to kill us.
Why?
For the money.
What money? I was only giving you 10 gold.
They said they wanted to find what was in the thing, steal it, and go sell it for money.
Bastards. Thank you very much for rescuing me. How about this? I'm supposed to get some decent money from Barthens. I'll give you 10% of whatever he gives me for those provisions as a thank you for coming out here and saving my hairy ass. All I could really do for you. You hear from Tibble sitting in a chair, Jason leans up against the wall. You hear from Tibble, how about this? Instead of offering us money, how about you bloody well tell us why we almost died 8 times?
For a fucking map scrap.
You found the map, did you? It's an old cave that used to be in this area a long time ago. The rumors say that magic users used to use the cave to make items and such, and they created this forge there that would allow them to make them for a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the time necessary.
Your brothers have been missing for a fortnight.
They're probably dead then. We got jumped. The last thing I remember was we got jumped on the road by some goblins, and then we got taken to a little cave somewhere. That's the last time I saw you, Sildar. And then they beat me unconscious. I woke up on the road. They beat me again. I woke up in a forest. And I woke up again in here, where they just kept repeatedly beating me.
Yeah, well, they ate Sildar's arm. Which must
Which
look like
one?
the one with the shield.
This is fake, Sildar. I'm sorry, lad. But
I mean, this is fake Gundren. Sildar just went, this is a fake Sildar.
he said lad.
No. Sildar said, this is a fake Sildar.
Gundren just looks over at you guys. What they're looking for is the map. The full map, the location of where the cave is. As well as the full map of the cave and the details within it.
Who's they?
Whoever these bastards were working for. Specifically that thing. I don't know what it is, but wearing the same clothes as what the other one was.
Yeah, they're one and the same. I somehow morphed it. What is that?
You hear from Jason.
You said doppelganger.
It's a doppelganger. A shape changer. You chose the right spell when you used Moonbeam on it.
I just thought Moon Brow.
Whoever that one was working for, they wanted the map. They were going to take. They were arguing a lot. One of them wanted to take me to his boss to turn me over. The other one wanted to extort money out of them.
Is this one called Black Spider?
They work for that. I heard the name a few times. He was here to collect me for Black Spider, but that hairy beast over there, as he points to the bugbear, he was trying to extort more money. They were arguing.
Looking at Jason. Do you know anything about that dog?
It's a death dog. Their saliva is poisonous, that's all I know.
How poisonous?
Poisonous, nothing too major, but enough. It can kill you if you don't treat it.
Did anybody get bit by it?
Tybalt lifts his arm. I feel fine.
If you start to have anything, let me know.
I will.
In the meantime, pass me over your sword.
Gives you a sword.
Not good to have somebody that could be poisoned with a weapon. Some poisons act on the mental stability.
So when do I get my weapon back?
If you haven't started showing any signs after an hour, or we have to come into some sort of combat, I'll give it back to you.
That works. So, what can I do? I can show you where the cave is.
Alright. You're going to show us where the cave is. So I want to finish this fucking thing. After we get to Phandelver. By the way, we killed a dragon because of you.
That's impressive.
How hurt are you? Can you stand?
I think I might be able to. You can just barely stand. He's very wobbly on his legs.
God damn it, God damn it, God damn it! Give me your hand.
Gives you his hand.
Seven plus 5 plus 3.
7 plus 5 plus 3 equals full hit points. Processing. Full hit points.
I'm looking down at Gundren.
Thank you very much. I'll definitely give you a share of what Barthen gives me for those provisions.
Sildar, he's riding back with you. I'm
Sure.
still a wee bit pissed, considering.
Don't know why. We killed a fucking dragon. We've almost died half a dozen times or more.
Yeah, we got rotted by zombies and everything else.
Well, yeah, I remember that now.
And, you know, I got shot in the friggin' head, well, shoulder, whatever, by a fucking archer. We nearly got killed by Bassett how many times?
That was then. This is now. Things are different. I have awesome new shiny armor.
Sildar, do you want help going into your actual armor? Your full point?
Yeah, I think that would be best.
gonna help.
So you guys
Sildar
go
change.
all the way back over to where you found his armor, which is way back in this room. You're helping him change. Uthgrim is standing watch in this area here, same as Tybalt, just outside the door. Sildar is in here with you getting his armor on, and Jason's going to stand in the doorway to provide support.
And where's the dwarf?
The dwarf is in the room with you guys as well, since he's not a combatant. And your passive perception actually hears something. You can all very easily hear the sound of snarling and snapping as you can see what looks like
More dogs.
two wargs coming into the area. You can hear sounds of more goblinoid speech. The goblinoid speech is in that same deep baritone as the hobgoblins. And then you hear from Uthgrim, big dogs. As the two wargs immediately turn, start snarling and snapping, and it's going to be the same initiative order because I'm not re-rolling everything all over again, but your character can see through and you can hear and see two wargs.
These again.
And more hobgoblins.
I'm pulling up my hood after I get Sildar's last latch done.
His latch is not done. He's not in the armor fully yet.
I
He's only
figured we actually got most of it done, considering you said after a while.
after you a little while of getting here, getting him out of his armor, and then getting half of his new armor back on. He effectively has the armor class protection of a breastplate. So he still has the same armor class in the end score of things, but yeah, better than nothing. Armor takes a while to put on.
Yeah, but I figured it was me and Gundren.
Gundren wasn't helping. He doesn't know how to put on armor properly.
What good are you?
I'm a merchant, lad. I sell wares. I dig in mines.
Tybalt, get your sword.
Tybalt is right here. First thing he's doing, he sees a freaking giant, large-ass warg. So he's not moving because he wants to keep the strategic advantage.
Where is he exactly?
Tybalt.
Where am I?
In the room. Stop growling.
Who's in the door?
Jason.
Can I, for my movement, throw the sword to Jason, who can throw it to Tybalt?
What sword?
Tybalt's sword.
Tybalt has a +1 sword at the moment.
Yeah, that I took from him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, on your turn you can. So Tybalt will hold. Actually, he'll keep his move action available, but he's going to go Eldritch Blast on one of those wargs. Because having a frickin' warg in front of you is not something he's in any mood to deal with again. That's a hit. 1d10 damage. 4 damage. That sucks. Your turn and Sildar's turn. Sildar helps as best as he can, as much as he can to get the shield back up and a sword in his hand for his move action. And it is going past Jason to stand here to create a full phalanx wall.
Look at Jason. Throw.
Move action. Move action. Move action to catch it from Tybalt. There is your move action. You going to do something for an attack action?
I can't see shit.
You can see wargs. They're large. You
Well,
can cool them if you want to.
are they 30 feet?
Are they 30 feet from you? Yes.
Okay. Hey. It's over there.
Are you throwing things in the house? You're throwing things in... Oh, it's on your Mac. She doesn't want to get it.
Go ahead. Here, get it. So gentle around the computer. I have 8 quills, so can I see both wargs?
Yes, you can.
So, yeah. 4 each.
Okay. That's your turn. Next class initiative. Jason. I still have lots of mana left.
Ditto. Well, not lots, but You know what I mean.
Do I want to do an illusion?
Why not make an illusion of that death dog? It's got 2 heads and it's huge.
Phantasmal force on this warg for the death dog attacking it.
The one that I shot the quills into, so it thinks it's getting bitten.
Yeah. So Phantasmal force, player's handbook. That takes 3 mana. That brings me up to 11 mana spent out of 17. Polymorph. Phantasmal killer. Can't wait for that. Concentration up to a minute on a failed save. The man's make an intelligence saving throw. This is a fucking warg.
It's dirty.
It fails. So includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli. Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal a d6 psychic damage. 6 psychic damage. So that's my turn for Chasen. And he'll take his move action, which I already used to do that. Then it goes to Uthgrim and Sildar. Uthgrim's just going to. He's only raged once. Rage, break the phalanx, go right in front of the 2 of them, and attack 1 with reckless attack. Attack the one that looks the freshest. Yes, that's a hit. 1d8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6 is 12 damage. That's Uthgrim's turn. Then I will shove. This one slash category bigger than me, but not any bigger than that. I have an advantage on strength checks. 15 plus 3, so that's an 18. And the warg has a strength of 3. It fails. So he shoves this warg back into.
The one that's hallucinating.
No, the other one. He shoves it back to there, putting it back into the doorway, stopping the hobgoblins from getting in. And then he'll finish his move to get right here, so that way it can't close that space up. That's Uthgrim's turn. Now it goes to the enemies. Hobgoblins can't get around the wargs easily, so this guy's going to move here. That takes 20 feet of his movement, and that takes 20 feet of his movement. So that takes all of his actions, including a dash, so he's just going to go right here. This guy moves 5 feet, and then 15 feet, and then another 10 feet, so 25 feet, and then he's going to take the dash action to get to here. They don't even have the chance to attack. This guy's just going to get into here, and that's all he can do, and this guy's just going to get into here, and that's all he can do. That sucks for them.
I have an idea.
One.
You'll see.
Okay. That's the enemies for them, and now the wargs. 2 wargs are going. One is being attacked by another dog as far as it knows, so it's going to interact with the dog and try to attack it because it's being attacked by a 2-headed dog. So, intelligence save. It fails. It fails so hard it's going to take double damage because it rolled a 1.
Oh my god, it hit me!
So on my next turn, it's taking 2d6 psychic
Don't forget
damage.
it also takes damage. Oh wait, it's on my turn. Not its turn. My turn.
And then it comes to the other warg, which is attacking Uthgrim. Uthgrim, it's a +5 to hit. It has the advantage, a 4 and a 9. It misses Uthgrim. That sucks for them. Top of the whole brand new round, Tybalt gets to go. There's a hobgoblin in front of him. Tybalt is slashing it. That's a hit. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. That drops a hobgoblin.
And he gets
and I now have 7 bonus temporary hit points. And then it goes to, I don't have shield mastery, so I can't shove or do anything like that.
Me?
No, Tybalt. And then it goes to you and Sildar. So you, they each took 4, so this one takes, because it still has a bonus action, so it goes from 4 to 3, so this one goes to 9, this one goes down to 7.
Would the other one have been, considering it was attacking the dog, even focus on?
It's a bonus action. As long as they have the ability to do so, they can do it.
Okay. Can I walk out and see them?
Oh, yeah. That takes you 7, and then that brings it to 12 feet, and you're here.
Okay. And then after I move, I'm casting Speak to Animals.
Okay.
Looking at the wargs going, I'm the one that's controlling the two-headed beast. If you don't want to be fucking killed, turn and kill your friends. Choose the right fucking side.
Morality. Okay. Goes from...
Free action. Looking at chase it. If they turn attack the hobgoblin, kill it.
He just nods his head. After Chiron goes, it goes to Sildar's turn. Sildar has a hobgoblin right in front of him. Sildar is attacking the hobgoblin. He misses.
I'm taking it the other guys realized I was talking to the dogs, considering I was woofing.
It's on my turn. I have to hit it, or otherwise I have to lose it. Because it's on my turn, they take the psychic damage.
Hold it.
I can't. I have to lose it. Is it a may take 2d6 damage? Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6. Can is effectively the same in this terms as a may. The dog's just going to sit there with his hackles up and growling and snarling at it, frothing at the mouth, with its thick poisonous saliva spewing from it.
Basically acting like I called it back.
Yep, I love being an illusionist in this 5th edition. It's so much more powerful than the illusionist in 3rd edition. So much more powerful. And then it goes to, and I will have my trigger effect be, if it doesn't attack the hobgoblin, trigger the attack, which in this case was also a critical hit, because it rolled a 1. So that was Jason's turn. So then it goes to Uthgrim's turn. Hobgoblin right behind him, 2 hobgoblins here. So Uthgrim's just going to attack the hobgoblin, because he heard what you were yelling. Reckless attack. Successful, no successful hit. He misses the hobgoblin. Enemy's turn. This hobgoblin is going to attack.
Do the wargs go first? I thought
Sildar.
they went first last time.
That's because I wanted them to go first. This hobgoblin is going to attack you, actually, not Sildar. He misses you 4 on die. These 2 hobgoblins, because they just heard you speaking in tongues. Uthgrim goes, you're a druid. You're talking to the animals. You're obviously talking to the only animals in this area. Probably trying to calm them down. Let's see what happens. These 2 are going up and trying to move through their warg allies. So 3, 10, 20. They can get to here. But the moment they actually land like in there, the 2 wargs turn. It failed their morality check. They bought what you said. And they were worried about themselves, and I was like, dog, my friend must be blocking it. I can't see it. But I see something is attacking him. Their intelligence is 7.
Yeah, they're not very bright.
So, plus 5 to hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. 19 and a 19. So, 2d6 plus 3 piercing damage. 7, 10 piercing damage to this hobgoblin. 8, 9, 10, 11, and they actually drop a hobgoblin. And this hobgoblin makes a save. He's not knocked prone. So, yeah, very badly injured hobgoblin. Has 1 hit point left.
He goes, these are my friends. Holy fuck!
It's turning on me. What the fuck? And because it did something, I'm actually going to have my psychic attack it now. Now that they've weakened those 2 hobgoblins. 2d6 damage. Because it didn't take his turn to interact with the thing, so it doesn't get a saving throw. 11 damage. I drop a ward.
Yeah, we can't let them live. They're too vicious.
And then it goes to start of a new round. Tybalt. Tybalt's going to come down here so that this hobgoblin is flanked on all sides. And slashy slashy. That's a hit. Just barely, but it's a hit. Still counts. It's a hit. It's a hit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That hobgoblin is severely injured. After Tybalt goes to you and Sildar. Sildar's attacking that hobgoblin. He misses.
I go?
Yep.
Looking up at the warg. Do you want me to put you out of your misery?
It's whimpering and just snarling and frothing and going, I want to kill you. You said you'd leave us be. You die now. You are meat.
Quills.
That works. Roll. There's also a really badly injured hobgoblin there. Toss him a couple points while you're at it.
Oh, warg gets all 6.
6.
You are me. Okay, fine.
It's your turn. Goes to Chasen's turn.
Did you gave it more points for if the quills had in it before, right?
That actually drops it. I forgot. Leaving only this one hobgoblin with 1 hit point and this hobgoblin with 2 hit points. Glob of acid. Toss at the hobgoblin. No, because that'll hit him. Firebolt the hobgoblin. Miss. Then it goes to Uthgrim.
Uthgrim. Ooh-ha.
The one that got attacked by the wargs. Turn and slashy reckless attack. That's a hit.
It's dead.
It drops.
No matter what he rolls, it's dead.
Yeah, my damage bonus is 5, 6. And then turn around and shove the other one down. Since he's within range. I don't successfully shove it down.
Do you damage it with the shield at least?
No. And it goes to his turn. Everything is dead and dying. He's going to attack you. He misses. Tybalt's turn. Slashy, slashy. Tybalt misses. Son of a bitch. Here it goes. Sildar attacks. Sildar hits. Sildar does 4 damage.
Don't I go slightly first?
Yep.
Because I'm not stupid, I just quill it.
Yep, guaranteed.
Yep. It's got 4 quills in it.
Sildar sees it drop. Sildar then proceeds to stab it a few times with his sword. Uthgrim goes and starts hacking up the other ones, making sure all of them are actually dead.
Tybalt, we have some wargs to skin.
Takes out his knife, starts to skin the wargs.
I'm tethering one to a rock and pulling its hide off.
That's your experience tally.
Jesus!
From everything you killed.
Gundren doesn't get any experience because he didn't do shit.
Nope, but you do split it 5 ways.
Yes.
Because Sildar was an NPC that helped, and you did need his help for this fight, for the fights. So, I'm going to stop it there. Cragmaw Castle has been done. They've saved Gundren. Now it's a matter of getting back to Phandelver.
Is that going to take a while?
Possibly. And I'm also hungry. I want to get a sandwich. I need to tally up the experience and possibly look at, hopefully not, leveling you. Because you just got a level. So I need to figure out how much experience you got. So welcome and enjoy. And hopefully we'll see you soon for what looks to be the last part of the Lost Mines of Phandelver.